Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Huh? Now live on this channel, yeah. According to this notification thing now, we are live and direct. Okay. It's Boxing Talk with Rafi. 268. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let me just, it's Boxing Talk with Rafi. Sound check complete. Now let's get this shizzle on the road. But first things first, hold on a second. Let me reload that. I don't think that's supposed to look like that. Okay, that's much better. Let's get this thing, let's get the details up so you can see as you enter, as people enter. Let's get that in now. First things first. Oh, okay. So let's get it in. Let's get it in. It's Boxing Talk with Rafi 268. There's it. Boom. Save that. Show that. Okay. Shouldn't have two B's. Shouldn't have two B's. Let's correct that straight away. Let's get this in and ready to go. Save and share. Okay, that's it. We're in. What's going on here? James Jameson up in the building. Who's that in the picture? Russ Abbott. Damn, what an atmosphere. Okay. Team Fury representative. Thought he was Mr. DAZN. Where's the Mr. DAZN gun? Okay, let me get comfortable. Fury gonna duck AJ. OMG. I hope not. Okay. Let's stop sharing that. And what else is there to do? I think we're going to get into it. I think it's time for me to give you the menu. Okay. Mr. MTK. Okay, Mr. DAZN has gone to Mr. MTK. Okay, good to know. Okay, welcome to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, Boxing Talk with Rafi 268. And the menu today, it's another one. Made it for another one. And the menu today is, we're going to start. Where are we going to start? There's so many things. We're talking about the Canelo Alvarez, Billy Joe Saunders fiasco. It's not really a fiasco. It's just a messing around. It's just a messing around. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about, where's the list? There's the list. Let's get that out of the way. Where is my list? Is this it? The last thing I checked, and that's where it is. Okay, we're talking about Vasil Lomachenko. And he used to face well, I'm not going to tell you who's to face. I'm leaving that for a secret, but he has got a date and an appointment at June 26th in Las Vegas. Okay, so he's got an opponent lined up, and we'll be looking at that. We're going to be looking at Jamal Charlo speaking on Andrade and Benavidez. Jamal Charlo says they have nothing to offer. Nothing to offer. Okay, so we're going to do an analysis on that, and you can share your views. And Eddie Hearn wants to see Andy Ruiz Jr. fight Deontay Wilder. So we're going to take a look at that. And we got another secret topic, which I shall not disclose until the time. But where are we going to start? I Let's start with the Vasily Lomachenko, and let me share my screen with you. Okay, what's going on? Let's get into it straight away, no delay. Boom, boom, boom. Is it there? Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, so what we got? We got some war. We got some warring in the chat already. Okay, play nice, folks. Play nice. Okay, so right. It's been announced that Vasil Lomachenko is to face Masayoshi Nakatani on June the 26th. Let me blow that up for you. Okay, so there you go. On June 26th in Las Vegas on ESPN. What's going on here? Let's have a look at the story. What's the story? Okay, so Lomachenko is to return to the ring this summer on June the 26th against Masayoshi Nakatani in a scheduled 12-round headliner on ESPN at the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so it's going to be difficult for the 5'6" Lomachenko to handle the height and reach of the tall 5'11" Nakatani. But he's going to have to find a way. If Lomachenko doesn't want to suffer a second straight defeat, he'll need to get inside Nakatani's huge reach to find his shots. The start time for the Lomachenko-Nakatani card on ESPN Plus is 10 p.m. Eastern Time. What time is that over here, UK? 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Or 10 p.m. over there is what? 3 a.m. over here. That's too late. It's too late. We're going to have to catch that one in the morning. What's the date on it, did he say? Start time. Oh, said the 26th of June, did he not? 26th of June. Okay, so what's going on? Nakatani, 19 wins, 1 loss, 13 KOs. He's a tough customer for Lomachenko to be fighting as he's coming off a career best 9th round stoppage over the highly say hyped. You got to watch these people. Over the highly touted prospect, Felix Verdejo. Dang. Felix Verdejo popping up in the press again last December in Las Vegas. That was a courageous performance by Nakatani, age 32, in getting dropped twice by Verdejo in the first half of the contest and then coming back to stop Verdejo in the 9th. OMG. It looked like Verdejo was on his way to an easy victory early on in the fight, but he faded in the second half from the pressure of the 5'11" Nakatani. OMG, the human skeleton. Jeez, Louise. I don't know if that seems kind of strange to be so tall and so light. But anyway, for Lomachenko to win this fight, he's going to have to be prepared for what could be a grueling match because Nakatani is going to go all out. Some boxing fans feel that Nakatani deserved the victory over Teofimo Lopez in their fight July 2019. Nakatani gave the shorter 5'8" Teofimo pure trouble, big trouble. Many boxing fans wanted to see Teofimo Nakatani rematch, but Teofimo chose to go a different direction rather than face him again. In fact, Teofimo said after the fight that he didn't want to face any taller fighters after the tough time that Nakatani gave him. The former 3-division world champion, Lomachenko, 33, isn't taking an easy fight in coming off the right shoulder injury or surgery. And it looks like he wants to get a quick title shot against IBF, WBA, WBC, franchise, WBO champ, Teofimo Lopez. Okay, so more than likely Lomachenko won't get the rematch with the takeover Tiafimo, who has plans on heading into the northward direction to challenge Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez winner. Okay, so after he defends against his IBF mandatory George Kambosos Jr. on June the 5th. Okay, so it goes on more. There's more, and there's more. I think that's enough. I think that's enough for us. What's going on? What's this here? Okay, let's bring this down. Let's bring this down. Okay. What's going on in the chat? Let's have a looky. Let's have a little looky. And for the people just joining us, it's the news that Vasily Lomachenko is to face Masayoshi Nakatani, June 26th in Las Vegas on ESPN Plus, the 5'11" Nakatani. Okay, what's crack-a-lacking? What's going on? What's going on? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, there. Okay. Got some back and forth about the MTK. Deontay Wilder will knock out that bomb, Andy Ruiz. It wasn't you that said the other day that you shouldn't really call fighters bombs? Wasn't that you, H. Monet? What happened to that? What happened to not calling fighters bombs? How does that work? Come on now. Come on now. What's this? But I thought Ruiz was a fat bum. So Wilder's KO. Cal L up in the building. Salute to the Combat Nation. Hit that like, share, and subscribe to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Hit the bell for notifications. Cal L's got it all in there. As a matter of fact, let's give him a point. What's that? Yo. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's proper bell. Why hasn't Wilder fought AJ, White, both Klitschko, Parker, or even Martin? Why? He's a bum. OMG. OMG. Rafael, did you see the Billy Joe Saunders face-off? You love the, what? The face-off? They didn't have no face-off, did they? Did they have a face-off? What's going on? What don't I know about? Damn. Let me go and have a look now. Canelo. Canelo versus Saunders, yeah, face-off. So I missed something. I'm not long gone in. Just had my dinner. Canelo Alves left stranded. Oh, you mean the face-off that he didn't attend? Okay, I thought I thought, what's this though? I thought they had a face-off that I didn't know about. I thought they actually had a face-off rather than a planned face-off. Actually, I thought they actually did it. Damn. What's this here? Let's keep that. Click for sound. No, I don't want no sound. Boxing takes aim at Hearn. What? Fury takes. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. That's ridiculous. That was foul mouth. A foul mouth tirade. OMG. I suppose I should really share. Really share what I'm looking at here. Let's have a look. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Canelo left Billy Joe Saunders stranded. Okay, yeah, I'm aware of that. What is this? Canelo Alvarez left stranded as Billy Joe Saunders failed to show for a face-off. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about next. We got a few We got a few goodies left on the menu, but since you mentioned it, we're 15 minutes in. Might as well get right into it. I don't even know where to start. I'm not even sure where to start. I could start on my timeline. That's one way to do it. Go along with my timeline. Okay, I think that's exactly. What's this here? Dang, it's too much. Too much shizzle, too many directions. Let me reload that page and mute that page. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so let's get into this. Have I shared the link? Okay, let me share the link. Let me share the link. Boom, let me put it in there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so where do we begin? Where the hell do we begin to unravel this madness, unravel the madness that has been Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo Alvarez? Other way around, mind you. Other way around, mind you. Okay, so there's been lots of shenanigans, lots of messing around. What is that there? What is this? Okay, big boys boxing up in the area. Okay, what's going on here? That's that one there. And let's take that down. Billy. Okay, people are saying, okay, damn, it's tricky. Okay, let me, now do I navigate this one best? There? Yeah. I'll stop that. Stop that. Let me show my own shizzle. We'll do it that way. I've documented all the shiznicks. So where do we begin? Okay, so started off with Billy Joe Saunders making complaints that he's not being promoted by Eddie Hearn. Okay, that was step one. And then it turns out that he says, well, hold on a second. The contract I signed a contract for 15,000 people. They're going to be 15,000 people in attendance. That was the idea behind that. But didn't work out that way. They lifted the COVID restrictions, and it ends up as reputed to be 75,000 people in attendance for that shiznix. So obviously, Billy Joe is not best pleased with that, because I don't think he's getting a slice. I don't think he's getting a slice of that cake. I don't think he's getting a slice of that pie. So understandably, Billy Joe Saunders wasn't happy with that. So that was step one. And then what was after that? Step one, no money, no increased money, even though there's going to be 75,000 people in attendance, 60,000 people more than anticipated. Okay, so that was step one. And then there was the talk of the promotion. Then Eddie Hearn comes out and said, well, I don't know what he's talking about promotion for, because he said he ain't going to promote. He ain't promoting. He's not in it. He's not with it. He's not down with the promoting. But he wants to be promoted. He's not going to show up to promote, but he wants to be promoted. Really don't work like that, Billy Joe. It don't work like that. So what we're looking at then. And then came the ring story. The ring. Talking about the ring. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Do I have his father talking about it?
Face.
Oh.
Saunders. Oh. Father Tom Saunders. Some very bad news. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, let's hear it from the horse's mouth himself. Let Tom Saunders, father of Joe, Billy Joe, have his say. Let's line this up like so. Boom. 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 Okay. Tom, tell the people in your most eloquent voice what your concerns are.
I can't see them coming face to face. The issue with the ring's still not been sorted. There's nothing in the contract about the ring size. It's all negotiations, and the negotiations are broke down big time. Basically, Canelo's put a 18-foot ring, which I think is an amateur ring. That's the fight ring. So his plan was put an 18-foot ring there, and he said, right, a 20-foot ring. That's it. That was his game plan, fighting a 20-foot ring. We wanted a 24-foot ring. We've come down to a 22-foot in a ring. But basically, what they're trying to do is take Billy Joe's legs away. We're up against everything here, everything. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to let my son box in a 20-foot ring for supposed to be pound for pound king of boxing.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. So, pound for pound king of boxing is not going to let his son fight in a ring less than 22 foot. Well, it's kind of strange because Billy Joe, as far as I'm aware, has regularly fought in a 20-foot ring. Hold on, where's my muffler? Wait, my muffler's falling off. Hold on. Okay, my muffler doesn't want to stay on, but it's back on now. Okay. So he's not going to let his son fight in a ring that's less than 22 foot. Okay, so that was the latest. Okay, so let's get out of that and move it along. Okay, so then it was the turn. Easy does it. Okay, so then it was the turn of Canelo Alvarez to have his say. Okay, Canelo, come on in. What do you say?
Spanish, but Team Saunders seem upset with the size of the ring. They want a bigger ring for this fight. Can you add your thoughts to this?
La verdad es que no buscaron ganar.
The truth is, I don't care about the size of the ring. I'm just going to go in there and do my job. It's not the only excuse he's had plenty of excuses. I'm just going to go in there and do that.
So how frustrating for you has it been to have this situation with Billy Joe happen during?
So Billy Joe responded, he's had plenty of excuses. He's had excuses galore.
Has it been to have this situation with Billy Joe happen during fight week?
No.
Nothing frustrates me. I'm just focused on winning on Saturday and I'm calm.
Yeah, so the antics of Billy Joe. Canelo says the antics of Billy Joe have had no bearing on his frame of mind. He's cool and relaxed going into these shizniks. No problem whatsoever. You see, the thing is that Canelo Alvarez has been through this shizniks. He's been through this shizniks so many times. He's fought the likes of Ricky Hatton. He's fought the likes of Floyd Mayweather Jr. How many fights he got? He's got, up to 60 fights? I think he's on 58, 59 fights in comparison to Billy Joe's 30. The man is a seasoned veteran. And, he's a killer. He's a killer. No doubt in my mind. Okay. So he's unfazed. Says he's unfazed. Okay. Michelle Joy Phelps had a question of her own. Let's have a listen to that. Oops.
Is there a plan B in the event that something falls through? Like, do you guys have anyone that you plan to sort of bring in the ring if Billy Joe does decide to walk off? There's been talk that John Ryder has been lined up, and as a replacement, as a possible replacement. There's a talk that John Ryder is being lined up. Remember John Ryder who fought Callum Smith? A lot of people thought that John Ryder won. Well, allegedly, he had his bags packed. He was on notice.
But let's listen to Canelo's response.
Tiene que.
He has to fight Saturday. If the fight's going to happen, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Boom.
The
boom,
ring, if the
boom, boom. Okay, so Canelo's response is that he's got to fight. Billy Joe Saunders has got to fight. We're not thinking about no standing guy. There's a contract, and he's got to fight. No ifs or buts about. No ifs or buts about it. Okay. James has got something against Tay Fury. OMG. What's going on? What's going on? Check Florida, Texas, or even Sweden. Lockdowns don't work. Really? I don't know about that, James. I mean, you have to send me some links, James. Send me some links. Okay. I've got a bet on Canelo by stoppage, 708, paying $4.50, which is 4.5 to 1. So $25 get. Oh, I like that. I've got a bet on Canelo by stoppage. Yeah. As far as betting's concerned, I'm hearing myself funny in this mic, man. Funny in this mic, man. As far as betting's concerned, yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, I guess the big money would be on betting for Billy Joe. I haven't checked out the odds yet, but I think the big money would be on betting on Billy Joe, either points or stop. Well, I mean, Billy Joe ain't stopping Canelo, but yeah. So it's going to be interesting. You got to bet on. If you're betting, you got to be betting on a specific round, I guess, or specific rounds for Canelo. If you're betting on Billy Joe, I guess you just have to say Billy Joe win, and you'll get some good odds. I don't know if I could pick a round, but it's interesting. I'll go and have a look at the odds. I always say I'm going to do that and never get around to it, but I'll try. I'll try and stick a bet on this time, just for the fun of it. Okay, let's have a look what's going on. The mic's in the way. Okay, let's have a look. So I really think MTK Global are to blame for not asking for the ring size stipulation in the contract. Yeah, they messed up. They dropped the ball on that one, perhaps. There was a face-off. There's a face-off on Matchroom Boxing Channel, if you want to check. There's a face-off on Matchroom Boxing Channel. Hold on, Khalil, you're a mod. You can send me the link. You can send me the link, Khalil. Wouldn't that be easier, perhaps? If you can find it? Yeah, that would be nice. You can just send me the link, bro. Yeah, well, I wasn't in the contract. Yeah, so you have to say, well, what's the purpose of these antics? Is it real or is it mind games? Is it real or is it mind games? While MTK suck their own thumb. OMG. Well, I think they had an MTK guy there with them. Saunders, his father, Tom Saunders. And he couldn't get what they wanted across the line. Did they drop the ball? That face-off was funny. Canelo need to learn some English banter. He could have asked BJ for a bit of his nasal spray. Oh gosh. Yeah, took a punt on the bigger odds. Okay. Canelo caught on eventually. Okay, damn. You say this is DAZN. Hold on. Do I not have DAZN? I have DAZN, so I should be able to access that. Surely. Let me do it in real time. Don't worry about that link. Let's have a look. That's DAZN UK. I keep on forgetting I got DAZN on my computer right there. What's this here? Where is it? Oh. I don't want music. Stop. No copyright issues. Hold on. Canelo Fight Night. The Zones channel. Where's the face off? In ring, a legit concern or ring size, a legit concern or publicity stunt. Canelo Yildirim. Where is it? I think I'm home. Where is it? That's home. Okay, let me get this up. On the screen so you can. What the hell? Where is it? There it is. Stop it. Okay, let's come out of that and go into this. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can see if we can find this thing. All right, so you should be seeing what I'm seeing now. Let's have a little looky. Canelo Saunders Fight Night. Deep dive. Canelo and Tiger Woods. Road to Greatness. What's this? El Presidente. Don't know what that is. Where is it? I can't see. Okay, so we're gonna have to leave that one. Canelo looks mad in the face-off. Where is it? Click the link, Rafi. Where's the link? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hold on. So let's have a look. If I can just right-click this. Okay, let me go and do it on YouTube. Won't work in the StreamYard app. There it is. Let's go. Open in new tab. Let's do that. Oh, wicked. Wicked. Oh, this is good. Thank you very much, Cal. Thank you very much. Let me share this with the people. I had not seen it. Let's stop sharing that. And start sharing this, like so. Boom, boom. Is that it? Boom. Okay. There we are. Let's have a little looky. Let's hope. Hold on. Let me drop this down just a little bit. Let's hope there ain't no issues with that. And play. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's have a bit of sound.
We are the gypsy. The gypsy. Yeah. The gypsy. The
Mexican is ready. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, seen it. Excellente. Yes, Fuzzy is here. You're coming just at the right time, Fuzzy. You're coming just at the right time, lad. Okay. Thumbs up back to you, mate. Okay, let's continue with this. This is fun. Go on.
You are allowed to be. Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders says you have loads of beef. You had loads of beef. This is hilarious. Okay, come on with it. Let's go.
The Mexican, the jokes. Yeah. Beef. You like that beef, yeah? You love all that things. You love
other things too, huh? You love other things too, huh?
Beef. Yeah. You love the beef, yeah?
Hold on, Billy Joe Saunders is in his own little Versace He's in his Versace dressing gown. Oh my gosh, like father, like son. Tyson Fury did it. So here is Billy Jones. It's a nice dressing gown, mate. Granted, but you know, I tend to not leave my house in my dressing gown. Go in the garden, that's about as far as it goes. I know some people go shopping. I know some women have taken to going shopping in their pajamas. They're unhealthy, unhygienic. Yeah, well, anyway, okay. So, let us continue. Come on with it.
You love the beef. You love it. It's good.
You love the beef. You love it. I love. Yeah, you take other things too, yeah? You take other things too. Come on now. Okay. Then you're seeing that now, so we can drop the sound. What's going on? Mexican beef, yeah. Yeah, very juicy. You love the beef, yeah. You love other things, yeah? You love other things. You want your countryman clenched steaks. This is hilarious. Come on, let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you love other things, yeah? You love other things, yeah? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Funny as hell. I want my countryman to win, Billy Joe Saunders. Do I want Billy Joe Saunders to? Hey, if Billy Joe Saunders wins, I'm going to put some money on Billy Joe. I ain't got no horse in the race. Whoever wins. I'm going to put some money on Billy Joe. Let's face it. And obviously, I'm not going to be mad about making some money. Do I think Billy Joe's going to pull it off? Listen, anything could happen. Mate. It'd be a tough task, but talent-wise and skill-wise, Billy Joe is a slippery mover. He's a slippery guy. He knows how to move around the ring. So I don't rule out Billy Joe Saunders winning. Is it likely? No, I find it unlikely. Canelo Alvarez right now, I'm betting on Canelo. Yeah, you're going to have to pick the right rounds and all of this shiznicks. I might put a cheeky little side bet on Canelo, but I think the money, no hay fever this time. Leave the nasal spray at home. 2 pound on each round. 7-12. I like that bet. What's going on? Putting on a €10. Well, don't forget the Raffy when you get your winnings, folks. Come on now. Come on. They should have done a presser. Well, Billy Joe didn't show up. He was playing silly buggers. Tony Soprano. Hey, you know something about the Soprano cat? Shall I tell you something about that Soprano cat? You know when he died, because you know he died. You know something really sick about when he died? They stole the Rolex. Someone stole the Rolex from his dead body, off his wrist, from his dead body. He died over in Italy. And I guess they're checking him out, and somebody must have said, hey, where's his watch? What kind of watch did he have? It was a Rolex. Someone stole the Rolex off a dead man's wrist. I don't know about you, but that is a little bit, that's a little bit naughty. It's a little bit naughty. I don't think I'd be comfortable with that. Okay, so there you have it. That was foul. That was beyond foul. Sick. How could you put a dead man's... How could you put a watch stolen from a dead man's wrist around your own wrist? Ew. That's nasty. That's nasty. Okay. Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez. I think it's been a lot of messing around. I think the root of this, Billy Joe is a natural actor when it comes to... Oh my God, it's from his dad. He's not going to need it. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Hey, I guess it's spreading the wealth, but personally, on a serious note, I think that's yucky, man. That's nasty. Because the person who stole the Rolex from a dead man's wrist, surely he's not going to wear it himself. He knows where it came from. That's horrible. That's utterly horrible. Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Let's move on. So what are we talking about now then? Yeah, everybody thinks that Billy Joe Saunders... everybody thinks that Canelo's going to win. I think with good reason. Yeah, it's a little bit low on the low side. With good reason. Canelo, he's just top of his game right now. Top of his game. He's done it 60 times. He's been in there, 58, 59, 60 times. Billy Joe, about 30 times, 29, 30, something like that. Twice the number of fights as Billy Joe. So, Canelo, I think most people will feel Canelo's going to take it. But hey, is Canelo, here's a question for the chat. Is Canelo going to knock Billy Joe Saunders out, or is it going to be by points? Oh, damn. Actual Santos is here. I didn't even see him. How you doing, Actual Santos? Good to have you up in the building. Anybody else I've missed? Sea Lion? Have I missed anybody? Yeah. Don't think I've missed anybody. If I have, just write your name in the chat. Yeah, just tell me what. Yeah, do you think he's gonna? Oh, you think he's gonna win by a KO? Okay. Big Boys Boxing says KO. Yes, he's gonna knock him out. James Jameson says yes, KO. The Bronze Brahma says TKO. That's interesting. That's interesting because I don't know if I've really fixed my mind on how it's gonna end. I kind of visualize Billy Joe Saunders skating around and not being caught, but what's the chance of not being caught? Which is fascinating. I can see him getting knocked out, but I can see him skating to a 12-round loss. I can see him skating to a 12-round loss. Alvaro T. Doc T. White, Mr. The Fight Doctor, is up in the building. I think it's going to be by points, you know. I really think it's going to be by points. I don't think Canelo's going to knock him out. I think it's going to be by points. Billy Joe will dance. Dance, dance, dance. He's going to dance the night away. I'm hoping for a KO, but I'm extremely biased due to my complete disdain for Billy Ho. Billy Joe has been rocked at his weight. He's been rocked, yeah. I'd love to see Billy Joe Saunders win, but just can't see it. Yeah. You know, I don't see Billy. I don't think Billy Joe's going to get knocked out, though. That's the thing. A lot of people are going, Billy Joe's going to, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think, you know what? I think that's my bet. My bet's going to be Canelo by unanimous decision because I really don't see Billy Joe getting knocked out. Not that he can't get knocked out. I just don't see him getting knocked out, although he could get knocked out. It's fascinating. I'm looking forward to the fight. I believe it's going to be on DAZN for $1.99. It's not going through Sky. That's the good part. The bad part, it's going to be like about 5 a.m. Is Rafi going to stay up? Does it really matter to me that much that I'm going to stay up? I'm going to catch it in the morning. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. But I ain't waiting up for it. I'm not staying up till 5 a.m. to watch this fight. We're going to have to go and see what time. We're going to have to get some details on. As a matter of fact, I'll get the details right now. Off the fence. It's tricky. It's tricky because, well, okay. What I'll say is I think that it's going to be Canelo by decision. That's what I think is going to happen. Canelo by decision. What's going on? Billy Joe will dance for a while until the vicious body shots slow his roll. BJ runs out of gas and gets his guts. You know what? He may well run out of gas. And if he runs out of gas, you're right. He's gonna get splattered. If he runs out of gas like I think he will, he's gonna get splattered. But he's in the best shape of his. Well, he's looking in great shape. Knockout like Khan. OMG, he's in great shape. Well, he looks in great shape. He knows he needs to be in great shape. I'm thinking that Billy Joe's gonna come in great shape. I'm sticking with what I think. It's going to be. I'm sticking with what I think. It's going to be a decision. That's what I'm going with. Canelo Alvarez by decision. That's what I'm going to bet on. What is this here? Canelo by points. 3-1-ish. Canelo by points, 3-1-ish. I put down a tenner, I get 30 back. Do I want to put the tenner down? Yeah, I'm going to put a cheeky tenner down. I'll put a cheeky tenner down on Canelo by points. Or maybe I'll put a fiver down. Iron Kong up in the building. Order. John Daly. I want to see stretchers arriving, gas mask coming out of this. I want to see stretchers arriving, gas masks falling out of the sky. Oh dear. At the end of Billy Ho, he's a stain on the face. He's a stain on the ass. He's a stain on the Y fronts of boxing. OMG. He's a stain in the white fronts of boxing. I think the fight will go the distance. Unanimous decision. I have made my mind up. I don't think Billy Joe is going to get knocked out. He might get knocked out. There's a chance he can get knocked out. It's 50-50. He might get knocked out. I'm betting. You get stake money too. I get your stake. Yeah. I get yeah. £40 back. I mean, not including my tenner. It's £30. We've had this conversation before with the fight doctor and Phil Walker. Remember? That was an interesting debate on betting. Yeah, my £10 back plus my 30. I don't think I'm going to go 10. I'm just saying it. I'm probably going to go 5. I'll go 5. I'll go 5 on unanimous, and then the other 5, I don't know. I'll put another bet on. Or should I? Or should I just leave it at 5? Never say yes to another excess. That's what they say. Okay. So I think we've thoroughly done. the Canelo. In case people didn't see it, let's just run this DAZN face off. Okay, so people just come in case you didn't know. Just in case you didn't know, before we move on from this topic, there has been a face off, and Billy Joe Saunders, ever the creative one, just copying Tyson Fury with the Versace dressing gown. Remember they had the matching Ferraris. Hey, I'm not jelly, but hey, I guess when you're a kid, I suppose when we were kids, we all had that friend who copied what we were wearing, or maybe you was the copier. Or Billy Joe Saunders is that guy. He's the copier. He copies his big mate Tyson Fury. Hey, it's not illegal. We've all copied or been copied in our dress, in our clubber. But that normally happens when you're kids, like around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, teenage years. Yeah, teenage years. Okay. Is there anything left to say? Is there anything left to say about the Billy? I knew you wouldn't be able to resist this one. Come on. It's the Iron Kong. What's that? Is that some cherries?
That's Canelo picking some cherries. He's going to pick this cherry on Saturday. Look here, man.
Let me blow that up. Let me... Okay, come with it. I come with it. Come on.
It's weird seeing Billy Joe at the face-off talking about beef and all of that. When Billy Joe Saunders got popped for a drug that was banned in the Olympics, that got Olympic sprinters banned. One thing the man is not short of. I mean, he might not have morals. he might not have a lot of things, but what he's not short on is audacity. Real talk. I mean, here is a convicted pen cheat, a man who had to drop his belt, else he would have been stripped by the WBO. Talking about beef and all of that. I'm telling you, he doesn't have a lot of things, but what he's not short of is audacity.
He's a very audacious character. You're quite damn right there. For him to have the audacity to be talking to Canelo about the Canelo. Talking to Canelo about Canelo, it took some damn nerve with his nasal spray.
I'm telling you, man.
Took a nerve. The kid's got a nerve.
I'm telling you, man. The guy really is. He exists in a different world. It's like Big Baby Miller telling AJ, "You a cheater. You and all of this." Then while he's in the back, being a porcupine, sticking everything in his backside.
Damn.
I mean, come on, man.
Damn.
Look here, man. Canelo needs to do his job. None of these two guys are my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
Tell you one thing. The Mexican has to go in there, take off his strap, and flog this man.
Damn.
That's all I ask. Hide him. That's all I ask.
Give him a good hiding. Give him tan his hide. That's what they used to say. Tan his hide. Back in the dazn, when they used to have the straps in the schools. They used to beat us with straps. Bend over.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, I had that. But I don't even know if I should say it. But I didn't know. I had it when we were in school. I think when I left school, they stopped it. But I didn't. But I didn't know. I don't even say it, but people tell me if this happened in your school, because I didn't know it happened at all. But I was having a conversation in a group. I was having a group chat, a group down in. And I was talking about this, that yesteryear. We were reminiscing about the old times, the mad times, the crazy times in school, getting beatings. And one guy said, he's a southerner, comes from down south. I'm up in the Midlands. And he said that he wouldn't have the strap because he declined it because the teacher told him to pull his trousers down. Yeah. Pull his trousers down for the strap. Tell me in the chat. I had never heard of that before. When we got the strap, it was either on the hand or the ass. If it was the ass, they just asked you to bend over. I never heard about this pull your trousers down business. People, tell me in the chat. Have you ever heard of that? Iron Kong, you gone quiet.
No, I just letting you, recount this very strange. No, I've never heard of pulling your trousers down. I've never heard of it in my life. I've gotten a flogging in my palms. I've gotten a flogging over my back.
On your back?
The backside, and also the backside.
Backside, yeah, the backside.
Oh no, over the back. Also, I've got that.
On the back.
Yeah, this is, you gotta remember, our teachers were taught by former slave masters. So, you gotta understand.
Oh my God, that's crazy. On the back. Well, wow.
That's only if you're a bad kid and you wouldn't put your hand out.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't put your hand out, they would be like, look, listen, you're gonna get something. You're gonna have to get these strokes. You're gonna get these strokes.
But even on the back, I don't think the back is as bad as a teacher asking to pull your trousers
down.
No,
I've never seen that before.
I've never heard of it. I'd never heard of it. Pull your trousers down? What the hell? That was some weird. That was maybe a arrow. The bronze plumber said only the priest asked him to pull his trousers down. Oh my gosh.
That's from parliamentary procedure.
Plumber, he don't care. He'll just tell you. He'll just tell you. Listen, look. He said only the priest asked him to pull my. We got the cane, Dunlop green flash. Oh yeah, the slipper, or the shatterproof ruler. Yeah, I had the ruler. Never had the cane. The Dunlop slipper. Yeah, in sports, if you mess around in sports and you got a sadistic teacher, you tell you to bend over in front of everybody. And you know them little thin sports shorts. Yeah. That was the worst time to get punished. The rubber soles would go right through. What's we got? There was never any pulling down of the pantaloons. I never heard of it. I heard it the other day. We had the strap at primary school over bare hands and the cane at intermediate and high school across the back of the legs or the ass. Yeah, back of the legs. That sounds rough as well, though. That sounds, I don't know, because the ass was bad enough. I had a square go with my drama teacher. Oh, I won the rematch 10 years later.
Hey, that's real talk, though. I had a fight with my former computer lab teacher when I got to high school because we used to play. Back then, I was young and in shape, so we used to play basketball in the same basketball court. I was really good at basketball at the time, and I was also into martial arts a lot. And he didn't like that I was showing up on the court. He's older than me, so obviously I'm doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? And he forgets that this is not in high school. We're not at school.
Oh.
And I had to physically discipline him on the basketball court.
Hey, I wish I never had a fight with a teacher, but I wish I bumped into Mr. Evans, the rugby teacher who picked me up when I was about 12 and kind of tackled me in such a way that I fell on the base of my spine on the ground. And he was a good 6-footer at the time. He was about 12 28, 30, and I was about 13. Oh my God, I wish I could have met him just a few years later, so he could try and do that again. Man, boy, oh boy. So I never got my redemption. I never got to redeem myself against that. But hey, you know, I lived, didn't I? Still alive. The John Daly. In comes the John Daly. How do you do?
Good evening, Raf.
Good evening, John.
Evening,
I thought you was a worker these hours, John. What's going on?
No, I've changed jobs now.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, damn. Okay. John Daly is back on the 9 to 5 or something like that.
Well, still
Come
get
on in,
into
John.
the gym
Come
for
on in,
half
John.
6 in the morning anyway.
Say that again.
I still like to get in the gym for half 6 in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. Early start.
John is no longer kneecapping dudes for shillings.
Kneecapping shillings.
It
Damn.
used to be 2 bob.
Have you been abused by a teacher, John?
We've
We've all been abused in some way, but I was abused by Mr. Evans, a rugby teacher. He picked me up in the air when I was 12, and he made sure that I had a real bad landing. Never got my redemption. Never got the rematch for that one.
The only corporal punishment I had was when I was 4 off my infant school teacher.
Damn.
It was illegal by the time I got to senior school.
Yeah, because as soon as I left, they dropped it. They cut it out. They said,
I'm
no,
that
it's
little
cruel.
bit younger than you.
Say again?
I'm that little bit younger than you.
You're a little bit younger than me, John. You might be.
Not a lot.
Or maybe I went to school in a different country, John. You don't know.
That Brummie accent's too much of a giveaway, right?
Oh dear. You're not running away from it, mate. There's no running away from it.
It's all right. It's the finest accent on the planet.
So, Rafi, your rugby teacher gave you the old Tyson Fury?
My rugby teacher put me up in the air, and I think he kind of threw me. He kind of threw me up and let me land. That son of a bitch. I would just a few years later. I would have broke his jaw one way and then let it heal and then break it the other way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Guy gave you a Tyson Fury, won the first fight, and didn't give you the rematch, right?
I didn't get the rematch. He beat me when I was 11.
Oh,
11 or 12, man. He got me. Okay. So sometimes you don't
Tyson
get
Fury method. Catch him at the right time.
You goddamn right.
He caught me at the beautiful time when I was 11. Big grown man throwing man up in the air.
If you're a senior in your 20s, Rafi, you would have done the. You'd have gone to Ireland.
20s?
You'd have gone to Ireland.
I would have took him when I was 16, 17.
Wow, that's when he would have gone off to Ireland then.
I would have took him when I was 16, 17, a few years later. Man disappeared. Never got my rematch. Rafi, I have similar stories with rugby teachers from school. Yeah, that son of a bitch threw me up in the air.
We played football at my school. No rugby.
We play football as well, but we play rugby.
No, we had no rugby. None.
Oh,
none at all.
Maybe it was due to some sadistic Mr. Evans is floating around. I wish I'd.
Well, that says it. Yeah, Welshman.
Yeah, Mr. Evans.
It's their sport, isn't it?
It's their sport. If I never got the rematch, that burns me to this day. Okay. You guys better talk on your observations on Billy Joe Saunders. You have Iron Kong. John Daly, your feelings. Billy Joe Saunders has been making a lot of noise.
It's typical shenanigans. It's the same thing Tyson Fury did to Vlad, isn't it?
Oh yeah. With the stipulations, the ring.
They just make a fuss about everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of feminine bitching energy that they produce.
Rafi's old teacher saw the giant haystack scuffle. That was years later, my friend. That was many years later. I was 11. I was 11 when Mr. Evans threw me up in the air. I never got the rematch though. Carry on, John. I
can't stand them. Either of them.
They're full of something.
Well, what irritates me particularly is he's got no intention of going in there and beating the brakes off Canelo, has he? None.
We don't know.
No intention whatsoever.
Mm.
It's all about, playing Tig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what he does. Yeah.
So why am I supposed to respect him on any level?
And he wanted a bigger area to play Tig.
And his dad's actually worse.
He is actually. He is.
This is they talk about how they've got a culture of being fighting men, and actually they've got a culture of being bitching, pillar-fisted slappers. I mean,
oh dear. Tell the truth. John's coming with it. John's coming with it.
Just so sick of all the bitching in public.
Oh dear.
Well,
dear.
as a man, Rafi, would you rather keep your mouth shut where you know you're going to get your revenge and you could actually punish him on Saturday, or bitch and moan about it so that you can run away from him for 36 minutes?
Yeah.
Which is the manly choice?
The Gypsy Challenge videos are hilarious. Yo, I watch those things, I watch those Gypsy fights, and the last one, it's been hyped up to high heaven. I think, what's the name? Dougie Joyce and something McDonough. I don't know. One of them's anyway, one of them's a Joyce and the other one's a whatever. That's been talked up for months. That fight's been talked up for months. The challenge, talking about they've got about 50 grand bets going on. I didn't watch it, the whole of it, but that fight lasted for 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours, and there was about what? I don't think there was 30 punch thrown between them.
It's
landed.
a test.
There wasn't 30 punches landed. I don't think there was 10 punches landed between them in 1.5
Well,
hours.
if you look at him, Tom Saunders there.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's wearing a vest, but he is. That's the typical Gypsy physique, isn't it?
John, you're half Irish. You can speak on it. I'm not. You're quarter Irish. You can speak on it. You got some Irish blood in you.
There's plenty of Irish blood in my family.
Say again.
There's a lot.
There's
a lot. Don't worry.
You can talk on it.
I used to try and give them a pass that they were all feather-fisted because that's an advantage when you're a bare-knuckle fighter.
Definitely.
So I used to give them a pass for that, but the lack of activity. Where's the entertainment? And then what they do to try and cover the fact that they can't punch and they don't throw, is to make out like it's the most intelligent thing you can do.
I've heard that. I hear that.
And it's like that. They're like that kid that starts the fight with all the mouth, and then when it comes down to it, they kind of run away. But what they do is they run in a circle rather than running away.
If I find a link, well, I will find a link. I'll put the link to that fight that I just talked about in the chat maybe tomorrow. It's not worth watching.
Have we had a chance to talk about the Big John Fury footage?
Oh, shizzle my nizzle. I'm going to do a separate video on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to show it here.
All right, Raf. I just wanted a forum. I just wanted a forum to air my views.
You can talk. I will show it here. That won't affect the videos. I will show it. Let me bring it up. But I will be doing a video on it as well, folks. So I'm not going to show it for long. So you got to enjoy it.
Well, it's more sort of, it illustrates exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
because there's a man that likes to talk a good game, isn't there? Big John.
There's a man that likes to talk a good game. Let me bring that. Yeah, carry on talking, John.
Well, I like AJ's phrase, let's talk more action.
Yeah, AJ comes up later. Actually, it's a good thing you just said that, because
but this, their stance seems to be the absolute opposite. All talk, no action.
Okay, folks, many of you will know I've got a video up called John Fury gets knocked out by Henry Akinwende. But it's actually some scrap dealer called, what's his name? Something Savage from Walsall. versus Bert Cooper. I was naughty. Got a nice 11,000 views on that one, so you'll have to I apologize, but I will be putting up the real thing now that John Daly sent it to me. But hold on, let me share my screen. Where is it? Is that it? Okay, well, let me just pull it up. I've got too many windows open. Let me stop sharing that and start sharing. Where is it? Boom. Where is it?
Is the Shropshire slasher there?
I think he is.
We're in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen this footage?
Of who?
Big John Fury in his prime.
Actually,
No, I have not. I have not.
Actually, no momento. Let me just line it up properly for you guys.
This is the man who no man born from his mother could this and that.
This is the savant of boxing who knows more than anybody else.
No.
This is some footage that a lot of people want to see. I don't even think the guy who uploaded it knows who it is. But this is Henry Akinwende. Interesting character. And this is none other than John, Big Bad John Fury with hair. Okay. So a lot of people.
There's a lot of extra hair and a lot less belly.
Yeah. A lot less belly. There's a lot less belly than his son. Actually, physically, he looks in surprisingly decent shape. I'm going to play this at the slower.
It just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover.
That's true. That is true. What's going on here? Who's this? James from Dallas. Do I take a risk from James from Dallas? Okay, I'm going to take a real quick risk. James from Dallas. Hello.
Hello, Rafi.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. I knew it was something funny. I knew it was something funny. I can sense it. I could actually sense it. Okay, James from Dallas. Thank you for the entertainment value, but not today, my friend. You know, sometimes I'll entertain it, but I ain't got time tonight. So what was I going to do? I was going to play this damn thing. I just changed the speed to avoid certain things.
I think it gets more glory in its slow-mo anyway.
Yeah, I do. I agree big time. Henry Akinwende, an African guy, I can't remember which country, but came to live in the UK. Then he immigrated to the US, I think. Oh my God. They ate each other at the exact same time. He got tagged at the same time. Big John got tagged. But
there's nothing on that.
Big John got stiff toes. His toes went stiff. H Money, come back. I just saw H Money. H Money, come back. Your Lord and Savior. The Father of the Lord and Savior is on the canvas.
But did you see the innocuous nature of the punch that did it, Raf?
Let's have a look. We're about to. Boom. Oh my God.
It's like a little ping.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the first time I've watched it several times. It's the first time I've made it run. Because the first time I thought, okay, I've got to copy that. Let's have a look again, though. Holy hell. This is the last time I'm going to show this, though. In case of any issues. Jeez.
He's not even, he's stepping away.
Jeez. What the hell? Come on. People in the chat, talk to me. What the hell? Damn. All right, Giant Haystacks hit me harder than that.
And he wants to talk about AJ having no chin.
Oh my Lord.
How many videos has he uploaded to IFL talking about how AJ can't take a punch?
Here it goes. Boom. Look at him.
I can run that wasn't even a
balls up in the air. Stop trying to defend him, James. Stop trying to defend him. James is getting defensive.
You see, if he hadn't tried to make his second career out of slagging AJ's chin off,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have the comedy value. We wouldn't think about it.
Oh Lord, people.
And he's got so much to say,
Mm.
and it seems to be, you know, a cultural trait.
Cultural trait. Oh damn! Holy Lord! Holy moly! Holy moly! Night, Big John Fury. No man born from his mother's womb can bite me. 2 seconds later.
That's
Bing!
not 2 seconds. That's like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's like bing. Check, please. Madness. Henry Akinwende was decent. Shame about that Lennox fight. What's the shame about the fight? What's shameful about the Lennox fight? I don't get it.
Well, he refused to fight, didn't he?
Oh, he shamed
He
himself.
He got a DQ for persistent holding.
He shamed himself.
And that shows his level. So a man.
Should I tell you something? Shall I tell you something that's going to make your hair curl? Might make Iron Kong's hair curl as well. Henry Akinwende, in that Lennox Lewis fight, he dropped him. But people don't know. People don't realize. Okay. Nobody's going to believe me. Okay, let me pull it up. Hold on.
It's not that I don't believe it. I'm busy Googling it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, everybody's seeing the fight. Well, most people are seeing the fight, but nobody knows that he actually dropped Lennox Lewis. In front of our eyes, he dropped Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis dropped out of the camera angle that they were using, touched the canvas, and got back up, and the referee didn't count. It's quite shocking. But let me see if I can pull that up in real time. Iron Kong. I think Iron Kong.
I'm here.
I think he's just suffering shock from seeing that happen to Big John Fury.
I try not to consume too much of the Furies. I just, I like keeping my food down.
Yeah, but surely Iron Kong.
Is that why they said he ducked this dude named Mickey Theo?
That's one of the reasons. The other reason is, have you seen the sort of condition Mickey Theo's in compared to Big John?
All I know is Mickey Theo has these big veins in his hands. I was like, look at this dude. This dude looks like he I don't know, man. Like he punches rocks for a living. Like he chokes out mules for a living.
A lot of.
Well, whatever it is.
I'm not sure if VADA was to govern the fight, he'd pass.
Oh dear.
Looks like he strangles mules for a living. So
strangles mules. I wonder if I'm gonna hold on. I'm looking for it now. Henry Akinwende versus Lennox Lewis. I wonder if I could. I found it. I found it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to vet it. So I can bring it in at the right time and avoid the copyright issues. This is shocking. And Lennox Lewis is one of my favorite heavyweights of all time. So I don't think I'm mocking Lennox Lewis. He's my favorite. Well, after Muhammad Ali. Well, there's a few favorites.
I knew he was Nigerian. Akinwende's Nigerian.
Nigerian power. Okay, so I'm going to take a risk, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you appreciate this. But over here at the Raphael Dawkins, I don't give a rat's ass about the monetization. I'd rather just produce the show that I want to produce. And if they say it can't be monetized, well, so be it. But I'm not going to try not to hinder the cinematic grandeur, which is what I see in my head. I try not to limit. I try to limit the show. I try to just play what I want to play. And if they demonetize it, which they often do, then so be it. At least I'm comfortable. What the hell am I doing? Where is... There it is. Okay. This thing here keeps on... Let's get it out of the way. Keeps on just scrolling. Okay, here it is. Oh, is that it? Damn, it's on the screen. Okay. So this brings me no pleasure whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to tell you something you didn't know. I'm going to show you something you didn't see. Even if you watched the fight, you didn't see this. I saw it. Okay, so let's do it. Is that it? Oh, it's over here. No wonder I was confused. It's in the wrong place. Okay, let's change the speed so we can appreciate it more. Let's take it all the way down. And without much further ado, What's this? Get out of here. Let's go. Watch very carefully. We all watched the fight. Many of us watched the fight back in the dazn, and we never saw it. But I saw it. Look at this. Goes out of camera range. Touches down. Touches down. That's a knockdown.
Yeah, that's 100% knockdown.
OMG. OMG. We saw the fight, but we didn't see the knockdown, and nobody talked about it. Watch this again. I ain't gonna play it again because this is my guy, Lennox. Look at this. Boom. Down. Mills Lane there. Sees him. Touchdown. Doesn't count it. OMG. You're a historian. You're a historian, John Dealey. How about that? How about that? You didn't see that in the history books.
It's 100% not in the history books.
They don't talk about it.
I'm pretty certain I watched the fight live.
I'm sure you watched it at some point, if not live, and nobody saw it. Unbelievable.
It looks like he's trying to duck down from certain angles, but the way he lifts his hand back up again,
yes,
he's clearly touched canvas, hasn't
it
he?
was a touchdown. It was a
100%.
touchdown.
100%.
Touchdown.
And I know he's your boy, so I know you're not.
He's my boy. I'm not rejoicing. Trust me, I ain't rejoicing, but the truth is the truth. And
well, as a boxer, I've got Lennox right up there.
Right up there, mate. Trust me.
Not as a pundit.
Yeah, say again?
Not as a pundit.
Yeah. No. Definitely not as a pundit. But yeah. That's one for the history books that is not in the history books. Iron Kong.
Yeah, it's just weird how people, like to rag on Anthony Joshua and whatnot. But it's like Lennox Lewis wasn't known to have no rock solid chin. Now Vladimir Klitschko. No, a lot of these great fighters in the time. Not even what?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know how clear it is on my avatar, but that's Joe Louis. Joe Louis didn't have a particularly good chin.
I'm just saying, like, people talk
he's
like
got the most heavyweight title defenses in history.
Right. What I'm saying is like
chin.
people talk like, you need to have listen, in the heavyweight division, when people punch you, right, anybody can get put down. Oh, you got, it's like, really? Even Wilder's former trainer Mark Breland didn't have no great chin, as far as I've been told. And it's like a lot of these Kronk guys didn't have great chins.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually think the Kronk style's detrimental to being able to hold a punch.
Right. So I'm saying, like, why are all these Kronk dudes acting like these people like, oh, you got to have this rock solid chin and you got to have this granite chin, this marble chin. No, you just got to be able to fight and box. It's a fight. I don't want to hear all that. Lennox Lewis just got dropped by a.
The other thing,
Henry one day.
If you take the Andy Ruiz fight out, which on the basis of a video that Rafi has put out in the past, the interview with Serafina, there is actually grounds for discounting that fight. The only other times we've seen Anthony Joshua hurt or rocked or put down has been by people who are known punchers.
Yes.
Like real punchers.
The
most notable being Vladimir Klitschko, who's got over 50 knockouts, of the majority of which are top 10 heavyweights.
Straight.
So he got up from that. That says to me he's got a good chin. But everybody wants to view the heavyweight division in the same way they look at the welterweight division. And if at welterweight you get rocked easily, then no, you don't have a good chin.
No, I'm just saying,
that's your point, isn't it, Kong?
Yeah, this whole narrative is crazy. I mean, we've seen Mr. Tyson Fury be put down multiple times, and it's like, people get dropped. It's a boxing match, right?
By cruiserweights.
It's a boxing match, right? So let's not go there, man. Let's just I don't worry about all that. I don't worry about all those. I've been watching too much combat sports in my life to know that having a rock solid chin actually might be detrimental to some fighters, because some fighters feel, I can walk through a lot of these shots. I can eat a lot of these shots. I remember a guy called Gary Goodrich.
I remember Gary. You saw me friend him on what's his name? Twitter.
Did you? No,
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
yesterday.
Is he on Twitter?
Yeah, he's on Twitter. I found him yesterday.
So Gary Goodrich was
Yeah.
a guy who used to walk through a lot of shots in a lot of wars. This is the guy who let you punch him in the face. And today, Gary Goodrich can barely speak.
Yeah, it's terrible. Sad. It's sad. Let me pull him up.
Barely speak.
Gary Goodrich. Yeah, man. Gary Goodrich, one of the early UFCs. Yeah, I just found him on Twitter. I saw him. I was looking at something else. Hold on. Where are my friends? Where's Gary?
I'll give you a couple of names of people considered to have great chins. Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
If anybody listens to the way he talks now, it clearly hasn't done him any good.
Exactly, because
Muhammad Ali had an amazing chin.
Yeah, amazing.
And
he had too much dog. He was the opposite of Josie Parker.
Yeah, the absolute complete. Well, I think
he had too much dog. He had too much dog. And talking about dogs, this is a big dog.
In terms of dog, I don't think anyone's ever had more than Ali.
I don't think so either.
And people who know me know I'm not necessarily his biggest fan.
Yeah, we know you.
But in that department,
we know you, John.
In that department, I don't think anybody surpasses Ali in dog. I really don't.
We know you're an Ali hater, John. Don't worry.
It's not a hater, Raf. I have him as number 2. You don't have to have him as number 1. It's not compulsory.
It's mandatory, John.
No, Joe Louis is mandatory. All stats, he surpasses him.
You're having a laugh.
Stats, he surpasses him on all.
Yeah, which stats are you talking about, John?
Heavyweight title defenses.
Yeah. How come he's not the greatest then, John?
We haven't got time for this now, Ref.
All right, okay, because I was just going to go in on your boy.
Hard. If you want to go in on me,
you, John, sneaking in his little
Joe
Louis is the greatest thing, and expecting me not to notice, or I'm not going to come back with nothing.
Hold on. So far, I've said Joe Louis didn't have a good chin. Ali had a fantastic chin and had the most dog.
Right.
And I'm not an Ali fan, which means it should be greater praise, not less.
Okay, we're not going to get into another debate.
I'm picking it up, Rafi, as it is anyway.
Last one lasted 3 hours. I think that's enough for everybody. If you want that debate, go back and listen to it. We ain't doing it again.
Anyway, I'm picking him up.
You're big enough. I'm just letting people know that we ain't having another debate on that, because that was 3 hours. And if you want to hear us have a debate on that, then simply go back to whichever boxing talk with Rafi that was.
And I still have him at number 2 anyway.
Who?
Ali.
Yeah, and I still got Joe Louis as number 2 as well.
So that's a common debate.
That's a common debate. Okay, this is Gary Goodrich, MMA fighter in the UFC. Before the UFC had MMA, he's just had his own style, and he had a gi. I don't know if he ever used a gi in his life, but it looked good. Got a guy in a crucifix and elbowed the soul out of the man. Talk to me about Gary Goodrich, Iron Kong.
So Gary Goodrich apparently is of Trinidadian stock.
Yes.
He used to claim that he was a Tang Sudo fighter, but there was no Tang. Damn sure was no Su, and I don't know about no Do.
You made up
all I know is Gary Goodrich used to beat a lot of people.
It sounds like he was a pseudo fighter, Kong.
No, he's a real fighter. He's a real pseudo martial artist. Real fighter, pseudo.
Gary was anyway. So Gary fought like the UFC. He very early UFCs. He went over to Japan. Really, that's where he had his career in Pride and K1. He did kickboxing. But Gary was a dude who he had a rock solid chin for a while, and Gary would allow people to punch him in the face. Yeah. Right, because he wasn't super technical. Because after a while, people surpassed Gary in technical ability, striking and grappling. So his whole thing was that I'm super tough.
Yeah,
I'm super tough, and I can take a lot of shots and try and walk through and rough you up. That was his whole thing, right? And he did this pretty much through his whole career. And now Gary Goodrich can't speak, so I don't really rate. Well, that can't speak, but he's not the same.
It's impaired,
right? He's impaired, and it's this whole granite chin thing is overrated, bro. What you need to have is technique to avoid shots
Mhm.
You need to have technique to deliver your punches,
Yeah.
or whatever. Especially in boxing, where it's only one way to strike, just your hands alone, and people usually headhunt anyway.
Straight.
A granite chin ain't exactly something that I need my fighter testing every fight. I don't need you testing
Certainly not.
testing this chin of yours. So no,
Certainly
I don't
not.
rate this granite chin business. Move your head. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, there's another gentleman that sort of backs that up. His name's Gerald McClellan. He had one of the best chins of all time, and look what the outcome was.
Uh-oh. The outcome was unfortunate to say.
It's unfortunate, and it's no disrespect to him, but he relied heavily on the fact that he had an amazing chin.
Damn.
And there's a lot of thought that he went into that fight with concussion, which he was able to do because he had such a good chin.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it ended in the sad result that we had.
Very sad result, and what's terrible thing is the conflict there is that it's one of the best fights I have. The Rafi has.
It's an amazing fight.
Sad. It's one of my favorite fights of all time. But a man became a vegetable in that fight
because of his ability to take punishment.
Indeed.
Because he took a heck of a lot of punishment in that fight, and he was already probably concussed in the first place.
Counter argument to that is that Nigel Benn should have been disqualified in the first or second round.
You can make that
argument. Different argument, but
you can make the argument.
The counter argument is that if Nigel Benn were disqualified by the ref when he should have been, then Gerald McClellan, that wouldn't have happened to Gerald McClellan.
Well, I think that probably would have happened to Gerald McClellan at some point anyway, because he was known for his sparring wars as well, which I think is how he got the concussion.
Down the line.
So, yeah, I think, unfortunately, it's more a result of what Iron Kong is talking about, what happened to him, than that specific fight.
Well, the thing for me that I never forget is the great Emmanuel Stewart. I wish I can remember what the program was that I was watching, but they asked Emmanuel Stewart that they just mentioned his name. They said, Gerald McClellan, and Manny Stewart, his eyes went wide and he went, "That guy was crazy."
Didn't he try and have a fight with Emmanuel?
I'm pretty sure he did, because the way Emmanuel responded was, "That guy was crazy." And that was the end of that conversation.
I think he had a lot of street in him. Let's put it like that.
He had a hell of a lot of street in him, and another example of how much street in him is, I really need to start remembering the documentaries that are raised, because it's a documentary. It's an old documentary as well. His trainer at the time, the guy who's training, I think he straightened his hair. He looked kind of Latino fella. Straightened his hair, so he had this kind of James Brown kind of curl, and he wore a Navy captain's hat.
And with the Popeye hat.
Yeah. And that's the one. And he was talking about Gerald McClellan and all this, and then he just said in the middle of the interview, because he didn't want to say anything bad, but he just said, "You knocked my teeth out. You had to pay for him though." He knocked his, and then later on, shortly.
I know the way you're talking about that, right?
Yeah, and a few breaths later, the guy said he didn't want to say. You can see he was trying. He was trying not to say anything unpleasant, but you could see him. He paused and he said, "I think he did it on purpose. He paid for him though." So Gerald McClellan, he was a bad mama jammer.
That seems to be the consensus view.
That's the consensus
from the people.
Fight Doctor wants the link.
Fight Doctor, where's Fight Doctor?
Wants the link. Maybe he's on the device.
Yeah, let me do that now. Yeah. Yeah, carry on talking, guys.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this whole thing about granite chin. Look, man, move your head. That's it.
To be honest, I think it's a symptom of American boxing where, due to a lack of American heavyweights, they've focused on the welterweight division, where it is a different situation.
Carry on.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it's just
it's a big difference from being hit by a 140-pound man and a man that's 250 pounds. The ability of a person to withstand punishment doesn't go up in a straight line. It like curves down. The higher up the weight divisions you go,
I'm away from the mic for a minute. Carry on, guys.
The higher up the weight divisions you go, the less the human body has the ability to take that type of punch.
Yeah, I got you.
So by default, all heavyweights have actually got a decent punch, or they wouldn't actually be professional boxers. They'd be like John Fury was in that video.
It's just, watching that thing with Akinwande and Lennox. It's like, bro, I mean, people get dropped all the time in combat sport. It's like people. It's really an anomaly with people who don't get dropped or whatever, or you have to have a lot of skill.
The best chin in the history of heavyweight boxing is probably Oliver McCall, and I don't, he had one title for a very short period of time and was never seen as the true champion in the heavyweight division by whichever measure anybody used.
I see.
He knocked out Lennox. Oliver McCall.
Oliver McCall was Mike Tyson's sparring partner.
He's never been dropped.
He dropped Tyson in sparring. Yeah, Oliver McCall dropped Mike Tyson in the sparring in the lead up to the Douglas fight. Oliver McCall.
Is that the dude who was crying in the ring at one point?
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's still fighting in his 50s, and he's still never touched the canvas.
Oh, wow.
But he's not the best heavyweight. Whether you're going to argue about whether it's Ali, whether it's Joe Louis or somebody else, the chances are the people that you're talking about have all seen that canvas. And they're the guys that are considered to be the greatest of all time, not Oliver McCall.
I got you. Hey, Fight Doctor, I see you were saying James Toney's chin never failing from 160 up to heavyweight. Go ahead, give me some science.
No, I was appreciating the whole conversation about how. Listen, I agree. Having a good chin, while it's a beautiful bailout tool, right? Having a good chin is a beautiful bailout tool, but it's not something you should be testing on a regular basis.
Right.
Okay, I completely agree. Listen, there's a reason, in my opinion, there's a very good reason why defense is one of the 4 scoring criteria in boxing, okay? Because there's an old saying that offense wins games, defense wins championships, okay? And there's no better example that I could think of than Floyd Mayweather.
That's a fantastic example.
Defense wins championships, and there's just something to say about having a good defense and how far. And you don't. James Toney, while he did have a good defense, unfortunately, he let his chin get tested too often. Okay. It was a granite chin. I mean, James Toney's chin is amazing. All right. Yeah. Considering that he,
he's slurring though. He's slurring.
Well, yeah, he's slurring now, of course. Yeah. I mean, but when did you ever see that?
Sugar Ray Leonard ain't. Hold on. You're saying his chin was amazing. That's fair enough. Hold on. Hold on though. But if you have an amazing chin and then now you're slurring, I don't. Is there a paradox there? Because to me, an amazing chin is one that stands up, and then when you're 50, you're not slurring.
No,
I don't agree with that, Rafa.
All right, that's cool. We go around the table, starting with
listen,
hold on, Fight Doctor. Okay, as a matter of fact, you just come, so you go first, then Kong, then John Daly.
Okay, so listen, when I say having an amazing chin, what I mean is it never failed him in a fight. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens later in life is beside the point of having an amazing chin. And unfortunately, I think that's one of the outcomes of having a good chin is that later in life, when that chin is tested often, as it was in James Toney's case, you have to deal with these certain effects. Okay. Like Muhammad Ali, he had the best chin, one of the best chins ever. Okay.
Good point. That's a great point.
And when was he ever down for like a 4 count, a 5 count? He get knocked down, he get right back up.
That's a great point.
Even after having taken a beating from Joe Frazier in the first fight, okay? He got knocked down in was it the 14th round he got knocked down?
Yeah, something like that. You know something? Carry on.
And he took a left hook from Muhammad Ali. I'm sorry. He took a left hook from Joe Frazier, flush, on the point of the chin. Most heavyweights in the days were not getting up from a Joe Frazier left hook.
Yeah.
He got right back up in the 14th round after having took punishment for the whole fight. So
okay, let me move along.
But he paid for the Parkinson's. His Parkinson's was not. That wasn't genetic. He was punch drunk. It's just that simple.
Damn.
Okay,
let me move along. Got a couple of things we got to get through already, so I got to keep this snappy.
I'm just gonna be quick. Fight Doctor's completely right. Any man that can have a game plan to let Big George tire himself out by punching you, he's asking for trouble later on in life. But only someone with a fantastic chin could actually execute that plan.
Yeah,
because everybody else that tried it got destroyed.
That's true. Iron Kong.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in seeing you prove to me you got no granite chin, right? I mean, I know plenty of fighters who had very successful careers. I bring to a guy called Andy Hoog. He died early of a sickness. He was a kickboxer.
The kickboxer.
Swiss kickboxer. He died very early. Andy Hoog was a smaller man. He didn't have a great chin, but he was a hell of a. He's beat a lot of people.
He had the Freddie Mercury mustache.
Right. He beat a lot of people because of his technique and understanding his limitations. Right. I'm not interested in nobody proving to me you got no granite chin. Move your head, sir. That's it.
100%. 100%. Yes, it's all about what happens in the ring. But having a great chin in the ring doesn't mean you're not going to end up punch drunk. It's an occupational hazard if you're a boxer. That's something you just got to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to have to take a little 60-second break to get into OMG. OMG. It is the H Money. H Money, you've come in just at the right time. Talk your thing.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me once again. Thank you, Rafi, for putting me on the platform. Shout outs to the Fight Doctor, John Daly, and Iron Kong. Rafi, I am disappointed in you. It's like you're reaching, when you bring up footage of Tyson Fury's father and disrespecting the father, there's nothing cool about that, Rafi.
Shall I bring it up again? I still got it,
That's not going to help Anthony Joshua win the fight.
Let me bring it up again.
Anthony Joshua. Yeah, he's not fighting against John Fury. That's his father. I mean, I wouldn't do something that disrespect Anthony Joshua's father or someone's mother. I feel like it's reaching at the end of the day. Could you put up a footage of Tyson Fury getting knocked out? You can't do it. But I could put up footage of Anthony Joshua getting knocked out by Andy Ruiz.
I could put up multiple footage of Tyson Fury getting knocked out by cruiserweights.
Right? Getting back up, right, and knocking him out, right, and winning the fight. Now, I could pull up footage of Anthony Joshua getting stopped in the amateurs. I could put up footage of Anthony Joshua getting knocked out by a bum and Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this won't help your favorite fighter, Anthony Joshua, win the fight. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for footage of Eddie Hearn's amateur days when he was an amateur fighter. Come on, Rocky. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's like we criticize.
He's sleeping. He needs some milk.
There's somebody's father, Rafi. He's somebody's father.
You're some milk. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. When you put yourself out there in the martial arts world and you get knocked out, that's something you just have to hold. You get all the glory when you knock somebody else out. But when you get sparked out and you're dribbling down your chin, that's just something you just got to hold. There's nothing in life where you just get to hold a victory. You get the bitter taste,
right?
You get the bitter taste of defeat too. And you
just like Anthony Joshua tasted
all about glory. It ain't all about glory.
Win the fight, Rafi.
What's that?
This won't help Anthony Joshua win the fight. Now,
how many times have you posted stuff of I don't care. You can post as much stuff of people getting knocked out as you want, but you can't get sensitive, my friend. You can't get sensitive.
I'm not. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. His father's not getting in the ring and fighting. Now, could you put up footage of Tyson Fury getting knocked out? No, you could put a footage of Tyson Fury getting knocked down and getting back up and win it. But I could put a footage of Anthony Joshua getting knocked out in the amateurs and getting knocked out by Andy Ruiz, who was a bum. Right. Now let's do that.
I'm sorry I triggered. I'm sorry if I triggered any sensitivity in anybody. Okay,
no,
you can't be the only person. You can't be the only person who's tight about this. You can't be the only person. So that means there's a certain amount of people. There are a certain amount of people who are tight about this. But you know what? I'm sorry to anybody who's tight. I'm going to be making a video of this KO, and I apologize in advance for anybody who gets tight about it. But H Money, don't worry. We got the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury topic coming.
Make it right. Anthony Joshua getting knocked out in the amateurs. Why not make a video of that?
Well, listen, hold on. Don't be cool, because we're gonna get to talk about Joshua and Fury right now, and I know you love that topic, so it's all good in the hood.
Yeah, but I just noticed that it was like certain channels reaching. I mean, I would say like the Fight Doctor said, the Anthony Joshua cheerleading, contention, the fanboys are doing it. I seen it like on 4 channels. I'm like, yo, these guys are reaching. But a lot of guys criticize the LDBC, what they do with Wilder. But I noticed the Anthony Joshua fanboys are doing the same thing for AJ.
Hold on a second, because I've been a boxing fan for probably almost as long as you've been alive. Anthony Joshua's come on the scene in the last 5-6 years. So my boxing knowledge, my boxing acumen, the boxers that I have loved and supported and continue to do goes almost to the date of your birth.
Say, yes. Rob, can I ask a question?
Come on in.
Can we make a poll?
Go ahead. And what's the question?
Should we or should we not talk about Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury anymore? And I vote no. We shouldn't even talk about it anymore. Because
I'll make that poll within 24 hours.
Hey, guess what, Rafi?
Hold on. What are you talking about? You mean in the chat? You want me to ask that in the chat or do a poll on it? You want a poll in the chat?
You can do both, but I was just asking if you could ask the chat.
Okay. Yeah, hey. I'm always up for suggestions. The question is, should we talk about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? No, I think you're anyway, I'll ask the question. You heard what the question was. Go ahead and answer the question, folks. You heard what the question is, and I'll do a poll. Now, basically, I haven't been talking about it. We're going to talk about them today, but we're not really talking about the fight. We're talking about something that Anthony Joshua said about Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua bites back. And I think we're going to get into that right about now. But before we do that, okay, we have an official. Hold on, everybody, quiet for the time being, please. This is order. We need.
No, I'm just saying. I gotta go.
Sorry, Kong. Sorry.
Hey, sorry to all y'all, man. I gotta go, kids and all that. My bad, man. Please.
Okay, bro. Appreciate
it. Rafi, guess what? Tyson Fury just saw Eddie Hearn. Tyson Fury just arrived in Dallas, Texas. He just talked to Eddie Hearn. IFL TV just put it out about 10 minutes ago. And Tyson Fury said, "I want Joshua. Give me Joshua." This is what Fury told him.
Okay, but everybody be quiet for a second, man. I got some things to do, please. With all due respect, I gotta get this thing done. Okay, thanks for telling me that, Iron Kong. But listen, let's get this thing in order now. Okay, so first things first. First thing on the agenda. Right. There's a question to you, Iron Kong. And James Jameson has asked this question and paid for it twice. My bad, James. You did it yesterday as well, or the day before, whenever it was. Monday. Okay, so H Money. Is Ruiz still a bum if he fights Wilder?
Yes, he is a bum, and Wilder would knock him out, just like the bum that he is. Wilder would do something that Anthony Joshua couldn't do, and that's knock out Andy Ruiz. And Wilder won't lose to this fat slob, this fat, butterbean, out of shape heavyweight. Deontay Wilder will destroy him.
Okay.
We treat him like the bum that he is.
H Money, please. We got to keep it snappy today. H Money, did you not say the other day that I shouldn't call fighters bums?
I hear you calling fighters bums, and I'm just doing what you do, bro. I mean, I'm here on this platform almost every day to show support, and I hear you call the fighters that Wilder fought bums, and I'm just keeping the same energy as you, my brother.
Okay, you've answered the question, James. James Jameson. Thank you, James. Jameson is the official sponsor of the show, and that's much appreciated. Thank you, James. Okay, now I haven't been into the chat for some time, so I need to get into the chat, and then we're going to get into the next topic, which does concern Anthony, Olofemi, Olansi, Joshua. Okay, can't ignore the people. Yeah, Lennox is allowed that. He's allowed that. No guy tests. Okay. What else? Let's go. Rafi's notoriously bad. Hey, I'm notoriously good at scoring. Notoriously good. If you check the statistics, check the ballistics. Okay. He can put an arm. No. Gospic, you're always contradictory. He put his damn hand down. We didn't see the hand, but the position of the arm and the position of the shoulder told us that there was a hand down. Now, I ain't slating Lennox. He's one of my favorite heavyweight boxers of all times. So I ain't slating him, but it's something historical that's not in the history books. But, I've been saying it for a while now. Don't say it very much, but I've known it for a while. I haven't said it for a while. I've known it for a while. Did I say it in the video? I've said it somewhere else before, but, I like to keep things special for the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio crew. Lennox ring walk, crazy bald head, give me chills. Yeah, I wish you'd have changed it up though. Personally, me, I like a bit of variety, so I'd change it up. But that's just me. Okay. Would be okay. Lots of crunk guys burnt out in the gym wars. Manny Stewart used to keep the temperature real high in the gym. He used to keep the temperature real high in the gym, and this is something else that might not be in the history books. There is a suggestion. There we go. The heat. There is a suggestion that keeping the heat real high and little water. There's a suggestion that what we know now about brain injuries and synovial fluid around the brain. There is a suggestion that high heat in the gym and limited water contributed to punch drunk syndrome. OMG. Rafi dishing the dirt on all the legends. It's terrible. Obviously, if he knew that, he wouldn't have done that. And it's not proven. But there is a suggestion. Me and Gospic agreeing for a change. Don't happen very often, folks. Take a picture of the screen right now. Should have been. Yeah, McClellan. Who's going to stop it, though? Are you going to stop it if you're the ref? You're not going to stop it. You remember that cauldron? That was like a cauldron right there. Okay.
To be honest, if the ref was going to do a stoppage, Ben would have lost.
Oh.
I don't think Ben would have got through that first round.
There you go.
In the UK currently, as refs are now.
Yeah, for real. Real talk. Sugar Ray Robinson once killed a man in the ring. Tragic. Asked at the inquest, did you try and hurt the man? Sugar Ray responded, ma'am, I'm in the hurt business. Only sport you don't play. 100%. Who's okay? Lisa Bayliss up in the building. Good to have you, Lisa. What else do I want to say? Andy Hoog was a very exciting fighter to watch. He was. All them guys are good. K1 guys. Let's have a look. I don't want to miss. I didn't know Fury's dad was a former boxer. Yes, he's a former lots of things. Former eye gouger. I always thought he was a former bare knuckle fighter. There's no records of him bare knuckle fighting unless it was after the pub.
That's Tyson's granddad.
Yeah, that's Tyson's granddad. The only time John Fury fought bare knuckle was after the pub had closed a bit too early for his liking. Okay.
Say real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I may. Can I chime in on Angry Weeks real quick?
Skriller up in the building. Yeah, carry on, Fight Doctor.
I would like to say, in my opinion, Andrew Ruiz is not a bum. I think that's extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the reason why. He has good hand speed.
Yeah.
He actually has good technique. Defense is lacking, okay?
Yeah.
But his main Achilles heel, his problem, reason why he can't advance to the next level is his lack of discipline.
Yeah.
His lack of discipline is on the level of a bum. Okay, but he's not a bum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him that. No. Now, is he overweight? Yes. No question.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Burritos.
Okay, stop. Just stop. Stop it.
Well, he's not fat. He's not overweight. Well, he's still overweight, but he's trimming down. He's trimming down dramatically.
Yeah, but I think it's too dramatic, Raf.
Yeah, it is too dramatic.
And looking at his body composition, to me, it looks like there's a lot of muscle wastage that's happened.
Well, I don't understand how they could have not readjusted training when they saw that, presumably they're taking notes of his lifts.
How many heavyweights they used to
I don't understand. I don't understand
Rafi,
how they didn't notice that
Rafi,
his strength was going down.
How many heavyweights are they used to dealing within that gym?
How many heavyweights? They don't have heavyweights.
Exactly. So they're used to taking people to hit a target on the scales. They're used to taking fights to make weight. And it may be that they don't use particularly healthy techniques to get fighters there. But how much weight are they ever dropping? Because what's Andy lost? Like 2 stone? 30 pounds?
He's lost 30 pounds.
So they've probably got no experience of that type of weight loss.
Yeah, it's shocking how archaic the speed, the health, and
because Andy doesn't need a target. What Andy should be doing is having a sensible diet, but the weight loss should be coming from training.
Yes.
And hard training.
That's the logic.
And then his body would adapt to the training stimulus.
It's logical. It
looks like they've used weight cutting techniques on him.
I don't understand why they did that.
Strength. Because they're not experienced with a heavyweight. I think that's the issue.
What they should have done was just sensible diet, which is not, and probably not even too sensible, because
just clean. Just let him eat as much as he wants.
Sensible in relation to what he had been doing. So sensible diet in relation to what he'd been doing, and then on top of that, ample amount of energy. Food is going to provide you with an ample amount of energy, and then you lose weight in training after you've got a sensible diet. So I don't know how they messed up. It's not hard. It's not that hard. It's not hard.
And he didn't need to lose weight at any particular pace. I mean, for God's sake, he was fighting Ariola.
And he would need to eliminate whatever bad habit he has.
Yeah. So eating clean rather than worrying about counting his calories.
Exactly.
Certainly not trying to use weight cutting techniques on a heavyweight of Andy's size.
No.
And disciplined training in the gym.
Yeah, which he was getting. I've seen it. He was getting disciplined. Where they let him down.
But you don't know the regularity of it, Raf.
Oh yeah.
You've only seen this, like what he was doing might have looked good, but how frequently was the consistency, duration of it all, and how structured was it?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. That's a good question.
So looking at his performance in the fight, they've just starved Andy. That's all they've done.
That's crazy. There's lessons to be. Consistently. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but consistently, I've seen mistakes being made consistently from boyhood, since I was a 12-year-old boy, and I had the handbook, the sportsman's handbook. I think I still got it somewhere around, and he told me Lennox Lewis was going to lose when he went to South Africa with 2 weeks to go. Told me he was going to lose. Told me that it's at high altitude. You got to be there for at least 6 weeks. If you go there before that, it might be a bit too much. If you go there afterwards, it might be too little. Well, you can go before that because then you're adapted, but you can't go there on 2 weeks. You'd be better off going there on 4 days ahead rather than 2 weeks, because you're in between now. Now you're in between. I had a sportsman's handbook, and he told me that Lennox Lewis, my favorite boxer at the time, was going to lose. Terrible. I was a kid. I knew he was going to lose. But anyway, the conversation has been flowing and been scintillating. So I've just got to go. I've already talked about Vasyl Lomachenko. For those who don't know, Vasyl Lomachenko will be facing Masayoshi and Nakatani on June the 26th in Las Vegas. That will be shown on ESPN. So if you didn't know, if you didn't come in early, then you didn't know, then now you do know. What the hell is that? Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Oh, it's still there. It's still there. Okay. I thought I'd lost my place, but we are good. Okay. So let's get straight into it. Let's get... And what am I sharing? Okay. Stop sharing that. Hold on. And we're going to get into the top topic of the night. If I can get it up. Boom. 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 And it's a shame that H Money is gone because he'd have loved this topic. Okay, so Anthony Joshua, I'm everything that Tyson Fury wishes he could be. OMG. Anthony Joshua letting the other side of his character out. He does have another side that's not so PC and so friendly. Should lay it out more. Okay, so let's get into it. Very controversial words from the mouth of Anthony Olafemi Olansi Joshua. And let's get into it. Oh, boom. Almost went past it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so.
Real quick, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Joshua, what do his names mean?
Anthony Olafemi Olansi.
Yeah, what do his names mean? Yes.
Tell him, John.
Olafemi means beloved by God.
Loved by God.
Alu is the God part.
Okay.
I don't know what his middle name means, to be honest.
Olansi.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Okay. So
that might actually be his surname.
Okay, yeah.
Joshua is not a Nigerian surname.
Yeah, that's right.
But his dad is half Irish, but it's his paternal grandmother. Yeah, so unless they just use that name to make it easier in English-speaking countries, which happens. I mean, you know.
Joshua is not an Irish name either, is it?
Well, it's a biblical name, so it could
biblical
happen.
Name. Oh, yeah, okay. Catholic, whatever. Well, biblical. Biblical's biblical. Is it true that brother of Chris Eubank, Peter, gave...
Well, technically, Joshua is a Hebrew name. Technically.
That's a biblical name, then, isn't it?
That's biblical.
Yeah, it's a Hebrew name.
Yeah.
Joshua.
That's what I mean by biblical.
Yeah, but Paradox, you're just adding a little bit more info.
But it's not. Well, if you really want to get into it, Fight Doctor, it's not Hebrew because you wouldn't pronounce it like that if you were a Hebrew, because they don't use it.
Of course, there's no
an anglicized version of a biblical name.
Anglicized.
Exactly. It's the root of the word, or where the word comes from. Joshua. It comes from a Hebrew word, Yahshua. So, but you're right.
And technically.
Right.
That was the name of Jesus Christ, because Jesus is the Greek version of Joshua.
Okay. So it was asked the question. We'll look that up in a second. Fight Audi alias TT. Is it true that brother Chris Eubank Peter gave Barry McGuigan his first loss over 8 rounds in the Brighton Dome? Well, I'll have a look at that in a second. But first, we got to get into this. Fury and Frank Green with envy. Okay, so let's get into the article. Let's get into the story. Okay, so AJ says Fury knows he can't slack off for their fight and expect to win, which is why he's working hard to trim down. Not surprisingly, Fury let himself get out of shape during the pandemic, and he's hard at work. Recently, trying to trim off the pounds. The man will talk about drinking pints and he's not interested, yet he wants to look chiseled, says Joshua. AJ has a good body, but AJ has a good body and he's a bodybuilder. It's psychological warfare. He, Fury, wants to have a six-pack. I am everything he wants to be. Okay, he says that's what Joshua... He's saying that's what Tyson Fury says. AJ has a good body and he's a bodybuilder. But he wants to look like me. He wants to look chiseled. Fury doesn't look near ready to fight Joshua, says who? In a recent video clip that Fury posted last week on social media, he looks slow weak. Who the hell's writing this shit? Nick, slow, weak, and fat. Damn, that's not very objective. That's subjective.
Have you seen the training footage, Rafi?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, he does look a bit fat. He does look fat. Yeah,
it doesn't look like he's hitting that hard. Or his hand speed don't look all that either.
Well, yeah. Well, let's just say he's not making the same mistake that Ruiz made.
No, but I mean, by Tyson Fury's standards, I wouldn't say he's overweight. He's probably a similar physique for both the Fury fights.
Yes.
I mean, Wilder fights.
Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. It doesn't appear that Fury will be able to get back in that form. What form? What form? He no longer looks like the guy that clubbed his way past Wilder a year and a half. But he does. He looks exactly like that guy.
The same guy.
He looks exactly like that guy. What the hell is this? What the hell am I doing reading this shizzle?
It's Boxing News 24, Raf.
But they filled the whole They filled the whole damn thing.
They're not the most.
They're making me look bad. They're trying to make me look bad live on the show.
They're not the best source.
They're not the best
source.
They're
up there with World Boxing News.
Yeah. I got to refrain from using these people. They're too opinionated. Way too opinionated. But ultimately, listen. Long story short. Oh, okay. They give me a little. What am I going to get? Am I going to get in trouble for this now? What was this? Fight hype. Can I give them a couple of seconds?
You should be all right in the UK, surely.
Should be okay in the UK, but I suppose I could go to his own Instagram, which I will do in a short. Oh, I've shown this before. This is cool. This ain't copyrighted. This is from his Instagram. I've shown this before.
I mean, to me, that looks exactly the same.
Yeah. Same figure.
But there's the same punches, same movement. It is pretty much what he executed against Wilder.
Don't know why they're showing Stitch Duran for. He's just scratching shit. Yeah, I'm just a Stitch guy. What? Okay, give me something. Okay, they're giving him something. There you go, Stitch Duran. Okay, so I guess that was a bit shorter than I expected it to be, but fine, that's cool because we're running out of time. So the fight doctor. What's your take on this? Joshua says that Fury envies him. He wants to look like me.
Mind games.
I'm everything Tyson Fury wishes he could be.
I think he's trying to get inside Tyson Fury's head. That's all that is. I mean, I guess Joshua figures that Tyson Fury, being the braggart that he is, probably doesn't take too well to insults. So maybe this is just, Joshua playing mind games.
Is this Jew? Excuse me. Is this Jew? Is this Anthony Joshua turning heel? Is this heel turned by Joshua Jew? Is it Jew? Or should he have left it?
Well, I don't know that Joshua has turned heel. I think he's just maybe, I don't know, trying to get inside of Tyson Fury's head. That's all.
Heel turn. It's a heel turn.
If you watch the interview that's quoted from, those quotes are actually given so that Anthony Joshua shows how he brushes it to one side and Tyson Fury talk. He's using it as a way of saying this Fury's talk doesn't affect me. So I can ignore
Jameson is bowing out, signing out. James Jameson, the sponsor of the show. Much appreciation. John Daly, continue.
The interview is taken from someone who used to be on this channel a lot, PC Jacobs.
Damn.
Was
that him? He got the interview?
He's known AJ for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, same guy. It's PC Jacobs.
Wow.
It's up on YouTube to watch him for.
I've seen it. I didn't know it was him.
It's PC Jacobs. Well, if you actually listen to the context, because if you read something out, you don't get the intonation of what he's saying. He's talking about how he can ignore it.
I get you.
So, and that's how he ignores it. So, I mean, you could say he's turning heel, but I wouldn't. Didn't come across like that to me.
In the context, it wasn't.
He's basically, he was asked, does it annoy you the way that Tyson Fury says all of this stuff about how he's not taking the fight seriously?
Yeah.
But he's actually training hard. And Joshua was saying, no, it doesn't annoy me. Yeah. And he's explaining why. It doesn't really slate Tyson Fury, to be honest.
I get you. So that was the John Daly, H Mo Night. Come on in.
Rafi, sorry I left the panel. I had to just put out a quick video of Dylan White knocking out Anthony Joshua in the amateurs. So, you know, who could play that game? So since you want to do that, now I'm releasing all the footage of AJ getting knocked out in the amateurs.
So what I'm gonna do for you then, H Money, is I'm gonna put out the footage. Well, you already know I'm gonna put out the footage of John Fury getting sparked.
You do know, H Money, that most of the UK watched all of that footage in the build up to the Anthony Joshua Dillian White fight.
Yeah, but Rafi doesn't put it out though. So if Rafi ain't gonna put it out, I will.
Okay. Rafi, hold on a second.
Yeah, I've watched.
Let me contradict you. Let me contradict you.
Didn't actually knock him out because AJ got up and finished the fight on his feet, and it was a point win for Dillian White. So it's not a knockout; it's a knockdown.
But he did get knocked out in the amateurs right before. He did get stopped.
The Nista fight, he got stopped. Yeah.
Okay. He got stopped as a professional too.
Put the Nista footage out. It's quite, you know.
Yeah, but no, I'm just showing Rafi Rafi. That's all. And I'm not. You gonna pull up footage of John Fury while I put up footage of Anthony Joshua getting sparked. I want to see. I was talking to Rafi. And it was my turn to speak, though. But it was my turn to speak, right, Rafi? Because I wasn't done.
Yeah, but you're having a conversation, though. So I mean, he's got a right to reply.
H1, do you know who Joseph Joshua is?
Say it again.
Do you know who Joseph Joshua is?
No.
He's Anthony Joshua's son. And you seem to think that fathers shouldn't be disrespected publicly. Well, Anthony Joshua is a father as well.
Oh my God.
How old is Anthony Joshua?
What's that got to do with it?
He's an active fighter. Isn't he an active fighter? And he's fighting right now. He's a professional.
You're talking about somebody's dad.
Active, right? So you're taking an elderly man by the name of John Fury and putting out footage of an elderly man getting stopped that's not even fighting right now.
Was he an elderly man when he
he's not even his trainer. So what's the point of putting out footage of John Fury getting knocked out? Well, I could put out footage of the guy.
It's the family chin. It's the family chin.
The guy.
You put all the footage of.
You all up on his nutsack.
We're showing the family chin.
The footage of Anthony Joshua getting.
Yeah, I show you Anthony Joshua getting knocked out. Now show me getting knocked out. Show me.
I'm just showing the Fury family chin. I'm just showing the Fury
chin.
Is it a bad thing?
Tyson Fury is unbeaten. We don't have any footage of him being knocked out.
Exactly, but I could put that footage. So what's the point of putting footage of John Fury getting knocked out and he's not even fighting?
Yeah,
I'm just showing the family chin.
IFL videos.
Oh my God, you're reaching.
IFL video.
You're reaching. Why would Tyson Fury want to be like Anthony Joshua, someone who's been getting knocked out? Why would he want to be somebody like that who got a loss?
He doesn't want to.
Obviously, Tyson Fury is the one that had every belt in the heavyweight division. Now, Anthony Joshua, if anything, he wants to be like Tyson Fury and be undefeated. Let's keep it real.
Well, you must be correct.
He wish he had a defense like Tyson Fury, huh? He wish he had speed like Tyson Fury. He wish he had footwork like Tyson Fury. He wish he was undefeated like Tyson Fury, right? Showing his getting knocked out, and his father is an elderly man. That you're reaching, Rafi.
You must be correct.
I'm releasing all the footage of Anthony Joshua getting knocked out.
You must be correct about this, H Money. However,
exactly.
If you go to IFL TV,
stop being an Anthony Joshua fanboy, bro.
Listen to what. Just take turns, man. Just listen to the man talking.
Are you going to let me speak, H Money?
It's not your turn to speak, bro.
Okay, when's it my turn to speak?
Respond, John.
But now,
listen, John Fury's going to respond. John Daly's going to respond to you.
John Fury.
And then we're going to
go to speak.
So, if I can play the footage of AJ getting knocked out.
Listen, man, let the guy respond to you, and then we're gonna get your take on the thing. John, please.
I can speak my piece, Rafi, but I mean, obviously, I can't, bro.
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't want to be charged with unfairness. So you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get you to have your. Hold on. Let's see the knockout. Let's just see the knockout, man. There it is. Let's just see the knockout, and then we get to you. H money. H money.
I don't understand how someone can do so much talking, not let anybody else talk, and claim that they're being spoken over.
It's come on, H money, come on back. Come, baby, come back. Come on back and have your say. I'm gonna listen, H. I promise not to show this when you're talking. H, I'm gonna take it down. Hold on. Look, listen, H, I'm taking it down. It's down now, H. You can come back. It's down now, H. You can come back. Yeah, it's your turn to talk, brother. It's your turn to talk. Come on back. Don't, H, listen, I'm trying to save you from yourself. If you don't come back in the next 30 seconds, people are going to say you're sore. Let's not have that. In fact, let me bring the clock up. Hold on. Let's bring the clock up on this. So I'm not being unfair to you. Hold on. Come on in, H.
What I would like him to explain is how I'm being an AJ fanboy when I'm not actually being allowed to say anything. He hasn't heard a word that I said. I'll do my 45 seconds an hour.
Hold on. What's wrong with the clock? Why won't it?
You need to press the red button. Click on the red.
Let me put it up. Hold on. No, let it run down. I don't know why it's not. I should be able to reset it just immediately. Okay. Oh, why is it 10? Oh, I've set it at 10. Okay, back. Clear. Where are we? Where are we? I can't even see where the 4 is. Oh, there it is. 45 set. Can you see that? Okay, your 45 seconds starts when you start.
Okay, so the statement that Tyson Fury wishes he was AJ came from Anthony Joshua. That's Joshua's opinion, isn't necessarily the panel's opinion. We're just quoting him.
Right.
On a virtual daily basis, John Fury puts out videos on IFL TV saying that Anthony Joshua has no chin. So therefore, there's a lot of comedy value in watching a man who's got a lot to say about people's chin getting completely sparko. It doesn't mean that Tyson Fury will get knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
No.
It has a huge amount of comedy value because John Fury has a lot to say about AJ's chin.
Okay, perfectly timed. H Monet, it is your turn. I'm going to give you. I'm going to start the clock. I'm going to mark the clock at 30 seconds to give you 30 seconds. How is this clear? 30 seconds to come on in, even though you've already had like a minute or so. But this is the H Money return countdown. H Monet, you better come back in or else people are going to think you're a sore loser. You got 18 seconds to go. Should have said that when it's 21 seconds to go. Okay, maybe next time. Okay, H Monet, the clock is running down for your return. The show is we're winding up. Damn it, H Money, you let me down. You let me down. Okay, let's clear that. Let's just set this for the next time. Don't think we're going to need that anymore, but we're going to need it in the future. Set that and set that to one side, folks. I've always got the clock handy. Okay, let me have a look at what people are saying in the chat. Can I see John Fury getting chin? Well, I'm going to make a video of that. So peeps, you'll be able to see that in video footage and watch it till your heart's desire.
Yeah, so a lot then.
a lot. What else is there? Can we see some more? Give me some more. Let's see. Going through the chat. Okay. All right. You know what? We've done it. What have we talked about? We talked about Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. Kryptonite to H. Damn, I didn't know it was H Money's kryptonite. I didn't know that was H Money's kryptonite.
There was a question that I looked up, Raf.
Which was that then? Which one?
Peter Eubank did beat Barry McGuigan.
Wow.
In 1981.
Wow. Pure facts. That's why people come to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's why people come to the Boxing Talk with Rafi. We give you all the facts you can handle, and sometimes more than you can digest. But in comes the James. He can digest it. James, can you digest it?
Oh, I just want to come in and stick up for H Money.
I'll
come in for H Money. I don't see why it's relevant that John Fury got knocked out when he's not, like he said, he's not an active fighter. Nothing to do with AJ. And if he got knocked out, maybe he knows that AJ's got a bad chin because he had a bad chin. So, he's got the insight for someone that did get knocked Spark out. So he's got more to know than all of them.
I like your reasoning, James. I think it's a very sound argument.
How is that defending him? You're just mocking the man's chin.
I don't. I think he can say what he wants in IFL because he knows himself.
A valiant effort, James. It's a very valiant effort.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how offended would you? By the way, thank you, John, for suggesting that I do this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how offended would you be if I brought the footage back up of John Fury getting knocked Sparko?
I'd be a 6.5 out of 10.
6.5? All right, brace yourself then. brace yourself. That's what they say in all the best American movies. What was that? What was that film? Menace to Society. OMG. Brace yourself. I want your rims. I'm nicking your rims.
I can explain the relevance to you, though, James.
I can explain the relevance as well.
To the outcome on the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, 0. For the amount of videos posted by John Fury talking about how much he knows about boxing and how bad Anthony Joshua's chin, it has immense comedy value.
Not only that, but the relevant,
and it's a peach of a knockout. It's a beautiful.
It's a peach. Not only that, but this footage is rare. It's rare air. People have been looking for it, high and low. I've got a mock video of it where I say this is happening and it's not. It's what's his name? John Savage, scrap dealer from Walsall, versus Bert Cooper. Rare footage. I should stop playing
and the
now.
reason people are searching for it is because John has so much to say. He's got a very, very big mouth.
He's got a lot to say.
But I think
look at the chin. Look at that pointy chin. Look at that pointy chin. That's the Fury chin, mate. And I think I've touched a nerve. I think I've touched a nerve with the H Monet, because H Monet knows that chin. Knows that is the family chin. John Fury, what's his name? Tyson Fury is the spitting image of his dad. And that is the family chin right there.
I've heard it called the nanotechnology chin.
There we go.
It doesn't come from the neck though. It doesn't even come from the chin. Your chinning ability comes more from your neck than your actual chin.
Oh, so you need a strong neck rather than a strong chin. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I disagree with that. Have you seen Marius Wack?
I think there's maybe he's got a naturally big chin but doesn't train it. The big neck, should I say, doesn't train it. You need a strong.
Marius Wack does have a magnificent chin. Both
Marius Wack does have an incredible chin, and flows down into the neck.
Yeah, so I think I've read something about. I've seen something about that. Where it's more to do with your neck.
I think it's got more to do with surface area in this case. If you reduce the surface area, you increase the amount of pressure, don't you?
Yeah. How's he going to reduce the surface area of a chin?
No. That's the point.
How's he going to reduce the force? Have you seen the length of that? But
Rafi, all the force is hitting a central point. Whereas if you had a big fat chin like Marius Wack.
Oh, you're talking about the absorption. You're saying the shock absorbers.
Yeah. So you'd be dispersing. You'd be dispersing.
I don't know if you've seen like Yoel, is it Romero?
Yoel Romero.
UFC?
Yeah.
He had a bad back and a bad neck, and they actually fused his neck.
Jeez.
And he literally couldn't get knocked out. The amount of head kicks that he's taken and not got knocked out was incredible.
Oh Lord. So it could be there's not enough surface area on the Fury chin.
Maybe, but I think Fury's definitely showed that he's got a good chin. You know, I don't think anyone can say he's got a bad. Well, from getting up from what the punches that he got.
I don't. That was on one occasion. On one occasion or two occasions. Listen,
James,
nobody's saying
James,
nobody is saying that he falls over in the breach. Nobody's saying he's got a David Price chin. Nobody's saying that. But you know, listen, we've seen hints. We've got a glimpse.
I'd say AJ has a worse chin. 100% AJ's got a worse chin because he's been knocked out. Tyson Fury hasn't.
By whom? Who did he get TKO'd by?
Ruiz knocked him out.
TKO. Okay. There's a big difference between TKO and a knockout.
Okay, James. Right.
No, not at all. But if he carried on, he gets knocked out.
Who's to say that if in the first Wilder fight, the ref from the first Ruiz fight was refereeing, that Tyson Fury would have been allowed to continue? Because AJ was up from the count well before the 9th, before he counted 9. A lot of refs would have stopped Tyson Fury in that fight. So there is a big difference between being knocked out and a TKO.
He got up within the 10 seconds. The ref carried on.
Yeah, but AJ got up within
if buts and whatever. I just talk facts.
James, we're only saying the difference between being knocked out and a TKO. So Anthony Joshua lost to a TKO. He did not get knocked out. There's a difference. He lost the fight fairly.
Yeah.
But he ended on his feet, and the referee decided he couldn't continue. There is a difference.
There's only a difference because he quit. You know, if he carries on, he gets paid.
Now you're reaching. James.
He was standing up. The ref said
his gun shield out and he walked back.
The ref, he said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I'm okay. Let's go."
The corner. He clearly points into the corner.
He spat his gun shield out, turned his back, didn't care.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I got to address something here in the chat. A woman that I fancied in my youth is being disrespected by Tone. Listen, Gail Tilsley, she was a gorgeous, gorgeous woman with a parrot face. Don't let the parrot face fool you. She's gorgeous, mate. She's gorgeous. OMG. Nah, I always fancied Gail. You know, geek. Gail's like a geek, isn't she? Sometimes geeky girls can be.
I don't know who you're talking about, Raf.
I'm talking Gail Tilsley off Coronation Street.
I've never watched that program.
Isn't she like 95 years of age?
You've never watched Gail Tilsley. You've never seen Gail Tilsley.
If I was to see her and she's on Coronation Street as a regular, I'd recognise her, but I don't watch the program.
I'm talking about back in the day.
Gail
Tilsley. Okay, Gail, you don't know Gail Tilsley. Well, she looks a bit like E.T.
I might recognise her.
She looks a bit like E.T. I'm going to pull her up for you.
You're not selling her to me as a female, Raf, I'll be honest.
Oh my God.
Woman that looks like E.T.
Oh. Well, do you remember what's his name? The magician. You're going to like it.
Oh, Debbie McGee.
Yeah. She looks like Debbie McGee's mom. Let's bring her up.
Again, Debbie McGee's face wasn't the best part of her, was it?
It wasn't. It most certainly was not.
No.
Well, there she was.
She was a bit. She was a bit flat as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't comment. I can't remember.
There's a famous.
I'm gonna have to look her up in a sec. I can't comment.
There's a famous hip hop song about that type of physique, Rafi.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I still can't remember her in that way. So I'm not going to comment until I can pull a picture up. So, but in the meantime, let's look at Gail Tilsley. Who
E.T.
Here we go. Here's Gail Tilsley. There we go. What a smashing! What a gorgeous! Oh.
I'm not seeing it, I'll be honest with you.
I always knew she looked weird, but you know what? I liked her because she looked weird.
Diversity is a great thing.
Look at that. Look at her on the right there. She's so ugly. She's pretty.
Each to their own.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's not why I'm not saying I'd wife it, John. Let's not get things out of context.
But that's a whole different. That's a whole different scale, though.
I'm not saying I'd wife it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'd wife it.
That sounds. There's a song like that as well. How low would you go?
I'm not saying I'd wife it. I am not saying that Fight Doctor's sitting there in the corner thinking, what the hell, what the haberdashery?
Now that you brought pictures up, I do recognise her, but I didn't know the name of the person.
Yeah, I think Fight Doctor's probably freaked out at this stage.
Not quite, but getting there.
Say that again?
I said not quite, but I'm getting there. You guys are about to freak me out. But go ahead, please continue. The conversation is very interesting.
Yeah, and you need to kill that damn background noise too, man. That's crazy. Tone takes it a step further. He goes, oh, you know what? Rita Fairclough was quite fanciable. Rita Fairclough in her primate, she was okay. Rita Fairclough was pretty, I remember. No, but she was always a warrior.
You see, I get stick for saying Denise Lewis was fit.
Denise Lewis, the athlete?
Yeah.
Of course she's fit.
Yeah, I get stick for that, Rafi.
Denise Lewis, the Birmingham athlete.
Yeah, well, she's from Wolves, but yeah.
Well,
I used to train with Denise Lewis when I was 14 and she was 18.
Of course she's fit.
And she was better when she was 18, I'll be honest with you. She wasn't as
worse.
Well, she was more feminine and less ripped.
Oh, but I'm sure she's gone back to being more feminine now, though.
Well, I mean, have you seen her now? She's amazing.
Yeah, of course she'd be. She's got the genetics. You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not granny grabbing. Well, I suppose I am. I mean, yeah, I suppose. I'm not talking about her now. Obviously, I don't know what she looks like now. We're just talking about in the context of the show. And you best know that Rafi is not really being serious. I just had a...
No. When you lead with the one that looks like E.T.
E.T. She was so ugly, she was beautiful. She was so ugly, she was beautiful. I'm not talking about Denise Lewis. She's just beautiful. Rita Fairclough, she was nice. Rita Fairclough was nice. I had a couple of nice little interesting featured ladies on Coronation Street, which I haven't watched probably for 30 years, but there we go.
The weirdest looking famous person I can remember was that one. She did the rounds. She was in Home and Away and she ended up in Emmerdale. What was her name?
No idea. Didn't watch Home and Away. I haven't watched TV for many years.
She was in Emmerdale. This is a long time.
I used to watch Emmerdale every now and then.
The Aussie barmaid in Emmerdale.
No, I never watched Emmerdale enough to be able to pick out somebody. Thomas McGregor in the building. Dr. Woodok in the building. Audi TT in the building. And there's one more lady we got to look up before we finish off with this thing because James is here. The Fight Doctor's here. H Money is making another video. But there's one more lady. Sorry, you American folks. We're just giving you an education into American TV, into English TV. But there's one more lady I have to look up, and that is Debbie McGee, who looks a little bit like this lady here. Debbie McGee. She was the wife of a magician. She was a young lady, married a magician. We all knew it was for the status and the easy life. And we didn't hate her for it. It was just Debbie McGee. You know, she did what she had to do. She secured the bag. And she knew the geezer wasn't long on this mortal coil. So she knew she was going to have, oh, Lord, I've just seen a picture of her, which is not very nice. Her face looks extremely wrinkled. Needs a bit of a facelift there.
Well, how old is she now? She must be in her 70s.
Oh, she's got to be an old girl. But she did look very good in her day. Debbie McGee caught kissing a young lad. Yeah. Oh, I should be sharing this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I am sharing it. Okay. Let's have a look. This, you see, she was a young girl at one time, young lady, and she looked pretty damn decent. I think you'd agree over there. And then she married. She was a magician's assistant. Right there. That's Paul Daniels, R.I.P. He entertained us. Is that a wig?
That is definite head furniture, Ralph.
I never realized.
You did. He used to make. Did you never see Spitting Image?
I guess I did. Maybe I knew and I forgot.
Spitting Image turned his 2p into a small furry animal that had life of its own.
Maybe I knew and I forgot. But this is definitely, but it shocked me because I clearly forgot, because that's hair furniture. That's head furniture right there. Okay. And then over here, yeah, because there's a drastic, so I went from that to that. Okay. Okay. Cool. And the gang. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, I just received something. Okay, that's cool in the gang. Okay, so there's Debbie McGee, and she doesn't look a million miles away from Gail Tilsley. Doesn't look a
She
million.
looks considerably less like ET.
She looks considerably less like ET. Granted. And she kept us. She was.
It was all a bit straight, Raf.
It's very straight. I'm noticing the straightness.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the straightness.
I think you must have been.
There it is. Look, look. Yeah,
a very young person.
I was a child. I was remembering more like this, but you're probably still straight there. It's all about the angles. Yeah, straighter than I realized. Yeah, straighter than I remembered. Far straighter.
I think as a young boy, you may not notice these things.
I didn't have it dialed in. I didn't have it dialed in when I was a youngster, a young boy. I didn't have it dialed in, the straightness. I had not realized the straightness. But you know what? I ain't hating, because I've seen something that looks quite plump. But anyway, okay, let's get out of that. Let's bring that down. I see some plumpness, which is compensation for the straightness. Okay. So, yeah, she scrubbed up well. Okay, so who's still? You see, James, and the fight doctor. They've gone nowhere. They were mesmerized by these, what some indelicate people might call old birds. I myself would never use that term, of course. You guys, you can mute yourself, James, the fight doctor. Oh, they're busy.
I'm busy. I'm being astounded. Lovely ladies.
The fight doctor is still astounded. He's still eating his mushroom.
They're probably old enough to be your grandma, aren't they, James? No, I don't mean to be rude.
Hey, James don't care. James don't
old enough to my great fucking grandma. Sorry, I swear.
James don't care.
Mama.
James don't care.
Well, she's like 4 times my age.
There is a market for that sort of thing.
There's a market for everything, mate.
You know,
you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain that to James.
He may be a patron. I don't know.
James is on Debbie McGee's OnlyFans page.
Oh yeah.
He's paid his £5 sub for the year. You know, the good thing about James is when he's finished with the pictures, he just emails them to me. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be wrapping stuff up. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Hold on, let me interact with the people. Raf, granny grabbing. Hey, I'm telling you, a woman has a baby, has a child, the first child, and the first child is a girl at the age of 18. Okay, her 18-year-old girl, the firstborn, gets married and has her first child at the age of 18. How old is that's a quiz. How old is the granny?
36.
Boom. James, how old is the granny?
32.
Boom. James, doctor, how old is the granny?
She was the one that was just born.
What?
That's a very early couple.
What the hell? James, were you serious about your answer?
Nah, but I've been up north. You know, I've seen some 32-year-old grandmas.
Boom. So this disparaging of grannies is totally unacceptable. You know, you're talking about some nice 32-year-olds, some 36-year-olds, some 38-year-olds.
And what about when you're a granddad yourself? What are you going to do then?
What are you going to do then when you're a granddad? You're
just going to retire?
Oh, I'm going to die now. I'm just stay at home and die.
No, I'll get myself a nice young bird.
You've earned a bit of cash then, hadn't you?
Exactly.
There you go. You got to have a bit of cash and panache. Cash and Panache for the win. Cash and Panache for the win. And let's start having. I just started listening, Aaron Daly. Wrapping stuff up. I've just started listening now. Well, we've been talking about Gail Tilsley, Debbie McGee. We've been talking about 36, of course, is the answer, I believe. 36, yeah. 18 and 18, that's 40 minus 4, yeah, 36. And so this disparaging of grannies needs to stop. I want the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio to be known as a safe haven for MILFs and GILFs. MILFs and GILFs.
Any gentleman who's in their 40s cannot rule out the granny anymore.
Hey, any gentleman who's in his 40s better embrace it. But I'll go one better. I'll tell you a little tale about Rafi when he was in school. There was this French teacher. I was about 13, and she was about 50. And every time she walked past in her perfectly fitted Chanel outfit, you know, the waist, the jacket that stopped at the waist, and she was perfectly formed, even though she was clearly a granny. You have never seen a better dressed granny, or few better dressed grannies.
I think we've just found your type, you know.
She was always immaculate. There's
nothing wrong with a classy older lady who's looked after herself. Young Jane.
She looked after herself. She watched what she ate. She was in perfect condition. Her shape and form was marvelous. And she was 50. She must have been. And the Rafi was 13. But you know what?
You know J-Lo's 50.
I still appreciated what I saw. And I think every time I saw her, I smiled at her. And I think she knew that I was in awe of the way she carried herself.
J-Lo's 50.
Yeah, it looks like she's been punched in the nose, though.
She's always looked like that. But it shows you
right to the bridge. She looks like she's got a boxer's nose.
No, she has got a boxer's nose. But
she's got a boxer's nose. I've got an issue with that.
How you can maintain yourself.
So I'd keep her out the sun, though.
Out of the sun?
That's very.
Out of the sun?
You're
Why?
making a lot of assumptions.
She might melt, you know, all that rubber.
Melt. Oh, melt.
I don't think Botox is made out of plastic, James.
It must be.
No,
Especially
it's
when
a virus that paralyzes you.
No, but she's had other stuff like butt implants and like.
No, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. No, come on. She hasn't had. She's had a good look.
Are you familiar with actual butt implants and how they look? J-Lo's not got a big enough ass.
No, I haven't seen them in person, so.
Hold on, come on. We can't have this slander. Hold on, I'm going to have to bring this up now.
J-Lo does. To be honest, I'm not against the butt implants anyway, Ralph.
I think she has.
This is slander. This is pure slander. We're going to have to bring this
up. We sag all over the place.
No, you don't need to sag. You can maintain muscle tone into your 70s, James.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Perfectly feasible. You just have to train.
This is the problem I have with J-Lo. It's the boxer's nose. I don't know if you can see it yet.
She does have a boxer's nose, but I was just saying the condition she's made.
But listen, everything else is good. Everything else is good.
To be honest, I don't think her ass is big enough. So
yeah, it could be bigger. But this is my issue with
I don't know where they put these implants.
This is my issue. I'm not sharing that, am I? Am I sharing that? No, I'm not. Okay, so let me just press a couple buttons. There's got to be an easier way to do this. This is probably this technology is in its infancy, because I should be able to just press one button and get on the exact page I want. Now, the boxer's nose.
You see, I can't be too critical, Rafi. I mean,
because you say you've got a broken.
You've seen my nose.
You're saying you've had a broken nose, so you can't criticize. Well, my nose is as straight as a plumb line.
Well, you feel free. But yeah, she I mean, she has got a boxer's nose.
It's always held me back.
But mine's spread across my face, so yeah.
It's always held me back. Charlie Magri. I almost fell off my bloody chair. I have not heard that name for 30 years. Charlie Magri. Oh my goodness. Bloody hell. That's one from the past, Tone. Blimey. It made my day. Charlie Magri. I'm 29, but J-Lo is fantastic. I'd never turn her down, 50 or not. She looks great. I can't get past the boxer's nose. I know it's my problem and not hers. So there you go. I accept it's my problem.
But however, all right, we'll put Denise Lewis up. She's in the 50.
Denise Lewis. Why am I putting Denise Lewis up though?
To show young James here that a woman can be very fine.
Oh no, I've seen Denise Lewis. She's a bit too built for my liking.
You must be a small man. She's not very big.
She is.
She's petite, man. She's petite. She just looks bigger on
used
TV.
to train with her when she was 18. She's not a big lady. Man. She's not a big lady.
She's petite.
She had 6-pack abs, but that was 20 years ago. I don't think she got them anymore.
Exactly. It puts me to shame even to today.
Yeah, well, that's your problem.
I can't be having it.
You're tempting me to stick pictures of that.
Okay, is this J-Lo? Is that J-Lo? Holy moly, holy guac. Oh, no. That's gone somewhere. I didn't want it to. That's gone to the sun. Okay, so that's J-Lo. You probably can't even see that. There we go. So let's bring that down. And let's just go over to J-Lo. Because we're saying that women can maintain.
I thought we were doing Denise.
No, I want to see J-Lo's bum.
Okay.
So, you see, if the nose isn't involved, then all of a sudden...
Well, yeah, but the thing is, where have they put the implants, James? Where have they hidden them?
There's no implants there.
Right, see where the sand is right there. See, look.
Right, that's tiny.
Right there.
Right, she needs a refund.
That's peachy. That's
there's nothing there.
I reckon they must go inside the crack, and just stuff it. That's what I reckon.
Stuff what? Just put nothing there.
Nothing there, man.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there, man.
That's not a big bum.
That's normal peachy, normal woman peachy,
like
normal peachy woman bum. Normal peachy woman bum.
James, how old are you?
In my 20s.
James is very cagey.
Yeah, I think you just turned 20, young man.
James is very cagey.
You know. I think Kim Kardashian has a big bum.
Oh, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, bum. It's unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable, Rafi?
Because
I call it
it's you got the butt, you got the big butt, and then the thin thighs. Unacceptable.
No. Well, I'd also call it lazy as well.
Yeah, it's always lazy. It's always lazy, but the big bum with the thin thighs. I'm sorry, it's not right.
Yeah, okay.
It's just not right.
I agree with that, but also, it should be able to defy gravity.
Yeah, that too.
And J-Lo's doesn't. It complies very well.
What did I say that was harsh? Dr. Wudak says harsh, Raf. I can't remember. I say a lot of things. I say a lot of things. I
think you've been harsh to Miss Kardashian.
Kardashian. What did I say about her?
Well, I agree with you anyway.
Oh, the big bum and the thin thighs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's unacceptable.
It's not even like the big bum stands up, is it?
You don't even stand up. But then the thin thighs kills it. Totally kills it.
It's just a mess.
It's unacceptable.
Wasted plastic surgery. That's what I call it.
Yeah, but that's a nice picture. That's J-Lo. That's J-Lo.
I got one. I got one for you, Rafi. How about Shakira? Shakira. That's the one.
Shakira, but is she still around? Ooh, that was like 10 years ago.
She must be about 40. If you've seen her nowadays, she's Gerard Piqué's wife. So
Gerard Piqué, the racer.
No, the centre back for Barcelona.
Gerard Piqué.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was a racing driver called something like that.
Probably.
There was a similar
Nelson
name.
Piquet. Nelson Piquet was a Formula One driver. Nelson Piquet. Shakira. Oh my gosh, you wasted my time. You wasted my time. You wasted my time. I'm going to pull her up and let people tell me if you didn't just waste my time. Where's Shakira? Okay, hold on. Let's share this. Okay, we're just talking about the aging process in ladies, people. You see, this is how I remember Shakira, and that's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. However, this, I'm not so sure. It's different. That's a different woman to me. She's not a bad woman, but it's not this.
She's 44 though, so she's getting on.
44. I don't like the chin. I don't like the chin. I don't like the double chin there. I don't like the chin, the pointy chin, and that's an old lady thing. The pointy chin when it gets shiny. You see how this chin gets shiny there? That means that she shaves. You see, you as a little young 21-year-old, you don't know the tricks of the trade. When a woman's got a shiny chin, it means that she shaves more often than you do, James. You'll start wondering where your razors keep disappearing to. Be aware of the shiny chin, lad. You need to blow this up for you a bit? Oh, where's she gone? See, she's trying to hide now. I have to bring her back into... Oh, it didn't make a difference. Okay, so we've analyzed... This is how I remember. Oh, let me bring it down again. Everything's gone the opposite way to what I wanted. So there we go. What if I go? Yeah, there we go. That's how I remember her. That's how I choose to continue to remember her. I'm sure she looks good. That's just a bad shot there. That's a bad picture. That's a bad picture. She's sweaty, just probably performed, probably looks better. Is that now? Yeah, it's probably now. Yeah, I'm being harsh on her. Chin's not shiny anymore. Okay, that's what I remember. That's what I remember. Okay, very good. That's what I remember. Very good. Very good. Yeah, she's got something. There's something about in the cheek. She's got a very cheeky demeanor. Look at that cheekiness. You can see the cheek radiating from her.
Just not really my cup of tea.
I think she's cute. Okay, it's an unfortunate throat clear there, as if I said something wrong. That's cold. What did I say? What's this? J-Lo is beautiful all over. And how long have we been going? 2 hours 46. We've covered a lot of things. A whole heap of things. Charlie Maggery. Do we finish with Charlie Maggery for comedy value? Let's do it. Let's bring up Charlie Maggery. For your time, James.
Probably about 40 years behind my time.
Before. Charlie Maggery. Why have
Were you born in this millennium, James?
What's that? Yeah.
You were born in this millennium?
Yeah.
Charlie Maggery boxer.
Bloody hell.
I'm a proper millennial.
Millennial kid.
Yeah.
Millennial kid. Oh my God, he looks a lot different now, but this is how I remember him. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And we're going to have to bring this up. We're going to have to bring this up open image in a new tab. Where is that new tab? Okay, it's there. So let's do this. Let's get Charlie Maggery up if we can. Oh my goodness. Charlie Maggery. Let's blow that up a little bit. Look at the hooter on that. Look at that for a Charlie Mag. Oh Lord. Dame. She's got a nose like Charlie Maggery.
I think that's a little bit hard.
Might be a tad harsh.
Charlie's nose isn't that bad.
No, maybe just a little tad harsh, but Charlie Maggery, oh Lord, what you couldn't, what a nose, what a feature that just told you about.
I think it was more like, was it Mike? Is it Mike Parry's nose? I think it's like that.
Mike who?
Mike Parry from the UFC.
Mike Perry. Yeah, yeah. I know him. I know he's pretty similar to this. Yeah. Just as bad almost. Okay, folks. So that's it. We've done it. We talked about what's his name? Canelo and Saunders. We've talked about what's his name? Lomachenko. I see a picture there of Ruiz. We never talked about Ruiz. Well, we did. We talk about Ruiz. Not what I was going to talk about Ruiz, but he came up in the conversation. And of course, we talked about Joshua's words regarding Fury, even though I think we missed out on a little bit of the context, but nevertheless, we got through another scintillating show. Oh, my MG. We also saw the footage of Big Bad John Fury getting knocked Sparko by Nigerian Henry Akinwande. Oh, we also saw Lennox Lewis get dropped by the same man, Henry Akinwande, but the history books won't tell you that. No, the history books won't tell you that. It's only right here on the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's the first place you heard it, even if you watch the fight. Unbelievable. It's been a good one. It's been a great one. Who do we have? It's joined by the Iron Kong. And then John Dealey. And then H. Monet. Then the Fight Doctor. And then James. Oh, obviously, John Dealey's right here. I think that was the full cast of characters. James, it's been another good one. But I don't think you fully said what you wanted to say. I'm not sure. Maybe not. You probably forgot what you wanted to say. But these are the final words time now. James, talk to me.
Just want to say this Saturday, put some money on the old Billy Joe Saunders to win. I think he'll win.
The gypsy boy, you're back in the gypsy boy.
I just want to say, put it in there so I can join the show. And I said it. I said that he'll win. So there we go.
What time is it going to be on? Though it's going to be late. It's going to be like 5 a.m.
I'm not working at the moment.
Have you thought this through? Because even if he technically deserves to win on point,
yeah, he'll get ruined. But
yeah, exactly. So then you won't better really win your bet, will you?
I had Golovkin winning both fights. So
yeah, and how much did the bookies pay out on those?
Exactly.
So I'm not so sure that's a good idea. The only way you're beating Canelo in Texas is to knock him out.
What did James? What did you just say? What did you say? What you're betting that he beat him on points?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some money on it. I'm gonna have
hold on, James,
winner by outright.
James, you do know that Canelo cannot lose by points in Vegas. Well, wherever they are.
Texas is going to be even harder.
Texas is going to be just the same as Las Vegas
population.
I don't think it matters where you are. I think anyone can just pay any judge off, really, isn't it? You could be in China and pay the judges off.
What I'm saying to you though is that you can have any bet. Any bet will be better than Saunders by points. Is what I'm saying to you. Any bet will be better than that. Think of something crazy, and that will be a better bet than Saunders by, because that's the one thing that cannot. Did I say Saunders by points earlier on? Did I not say that myself?
You said Canelo by points.
Oh yeah, Canelo by Canelo by points. Yes, but not Saunders by points. Not Saunders by points. James, they're not going to let Canelo lose by points.
Well,
James,
I think Billy. I think
James this is the first time for everything. That's what he's thinking. And he might be right.
What I think is, if Billy Joe Saunders lands 100 more punches than him around, he's got to win it. So,
does Billy Joe ever throw 100 punches in a row?
Not really. No, he's a bit of a runner, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You're going to go for it anyway. You're going to go for it anyway. And we need people who will make unusual steps, and that's an unusual steps. Go for it. Because guess what?
We definitely need people like James.
We definitely need people like James who defy people like James who defy conventional thinking or conventional wisdom. We definitely need that. We need that. So James, you put that bet on, mate, because you never know. We could have talked you out of a bet that could make you a rich man. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, I have to put a $5 on that. So whatever it goes, I won't be a rich man.
Put a $5 on it, mate.
I can't afford loads, Rafi. I'm out of work at the moment, so
hey, it's rough.
The coronavirus, mate, it's hit me.
It's
hit me hard.
Hey, it's hit a lot of people, mate. It's hit me too. I'm earning a bit of money, but not the money that I had projected to be earning this year. But you know what? We're alive, mate.
Exactly.
We're alive, and where there's life, there's hope. That's what I always say. Where there's life, there's hope, and where there's a positive mentality, positivity springs. Yeah.
A bit of hope, yeah, exactly. That's good words, that.
Yay, those are words to live by, my friend. Words to live by. But James, it's been great having you on.
Good. As always, yeah.
Always entertaining, my friend. Always entertaining. Stay tuned to the Raphael Dawkins. Tune it in and break the knob off. Unfortunate terminology, but you know what I mean. So that was James. James, it's been good having you, my friend.
Yeah, good as always. Take care, mate.
Take care, mate. Okay. Speak to James again. That was James Jameis. That wasn't James Jameson. That was James. One name, James. Like Elvis. He doesn't need a surname. Goes anywhere, say James. He says yes. He said, your surname? He says, no. I said, say no more. Okay. And then there was 2, the John D. Lee. It's been another entertaining one.
Yeah. Well, for most people, some people found it a tough show. Maybe more than they were able to cope with. Not sure.
Some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle it. But H Money, just build yourself up again, my friend. Hit the weights. Hit the weights. Get your weight up. Get your strength up.
It's possible it's a cyclic issue, Rafi. And in a week's time, it'll all be back to normal.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Hit the weights. Get a weight training session in. Get your weight up. Get your strength up. Hit the squats. Maybe just body weight squats. Get a few lunges in. Get get a few lunges in. And you'll be right as rain, my friend. You will recover. But please,
and what I recommend in these sort of situations is ibuprofen and a hot water bottle in the affected area.
Boom, boom, and then you're sorted. And anybody who's asking for some more of that, you're going to have to wait till the video. I will make a pledge that I will make that video. I don't know why I'm hesitating for. I got sent the footage like about 2 days ago. Still ain't done it. I don't know why.
People just enjoy it, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't made the video yet, but I will make the video. That will be my next video. There you go. That's a prize promise. That's like a promise. View it as a prize promise. My next video will be of John Fury getting knocked sparkle by Henry Akinwande. There you go. That's a prize promise. That's a pledge from the Raphael Dawkins to you. But John Daly, your final word, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, Raf. I'm really not looking forward to this fight because I don't think Canelo's going to knock him out. So I'm going to watch it in the mornings if Canelo knocks him out. But I think your prediction is probably the most likely one.
Yeah, I see Billy Joe Saunders being too prideful to want to go down or go down easily. It's going to be too prideful. It's going to be too prideful. It's going to be hard.
Well, that's one way to describe it. Too mobile is another.
Yeah. It's
going to be a stink fest.
It's going to be interesting. There's a 20-foot ring. Let's see.
It's 22 foot now, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, Canelo conceded and just gave him 22.
You're joking.
I'm pretty certain.
I didn't know this.
I'm pretty certain. I saw it tweeted. Your friend.
Oh.
Your friend Lady Trump put it out.
Oh my gosh. Let's have a look. I'm there now.
I'm sure she's put a video out about it.
She.
Lady Chan.
Oh.
Friend of the channel.
Oh. I'm looking. I'm looking. Hold on. That's I'm scrolling down from another friend of mine, the Rick Glazer. And what is this now? Canelo's bad. What? I can't see nothing from Rick. Okay, well, you've put something out in the air now. I didn't see that move coming.
Hold on, let me see if I can. I'll send it you.
Okay. What are you going to send me? The video?
I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
I can. I don't have to send it on the show. I just send it.
No, you don't have to send it now. Yeah. Later. Yeah. Or tomorrow, whenever. No rush.
Yeah. But as far as I've heard, I think Canelo just says he doesn't care.
I find that shocking.
Not as shocking as I saw a young lady crept out of the woodwork then to make some statements.
A young lady crept out where?
Sorry, I mean H Money.
Oh.
He's posting that. He's posting that AJ has no chin.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he could be right. You know, it's a 50-50 fight, and maybe Tyson Fury will prove that Anthony Joshua can't take a punch. I'm just hoping we get to see the fight and find out.
Also, we get to the find out. I'm not talking about it very much. I only talked about that topic because AJ had said something, and then it turns out that it might have been slightly out of context, so I didn't even need to talk about it in the first place. So really, I'm not really talking about that subject. I don't think if I go into my videos, I don't think there's anything mentioned of AJ for a while or Fury for a while. Actually, stop the press. Stop the press. Let's actually see if that's a factual statement. Let me go to my channel right now. Where are we? Why don't I share what I can see so you can see what I can see and we can go through this together? Boom, boom, boom. So that's this. Boxing Talk with Rafi. Saunders. Boxing Talk with Rafi. I don't think there was an AJ. No AJ there. Andrew Ruiz. Let's have a look more. Let's have more of a look. Chisora robbery. Was it a robbery? Chisora Parker. Chisora. Bob Arum is pessimistic. Okay, so that was a week ago. The last time there was an AJ topic on this channel was 1 week ago. So, and then even if I carry on, there's Deontay Wilder. What's the subjects there? I can't tell. No, that was the UFC. Denzel Bentley versus Felix Cash. Rose Namajunas. Chris Weidman versus, that's UFC. Denzel Bentley. Mark Breland. Hearn leaves Sky for DAZN, massive deal. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So last time was 1 week ago. The time before that was 2 weeks ago. I really don't talk about AJ and Fury that much, really, folks. There's the proof. Other people bring up the topic, but for me, not really. I'm happy to wait until it's announced. Hold the front page. Well, bro, it's like 1 minute. It's 11 minutes past 1. John Dealey's got to work in the morning. I got to work in the morning. So, you know, we got to wrap it up, bro. We got to wrap it up. Real life. I know it's entertaining and I appreciate you guys. And I know that you appreciate the channel and the work that we do over here and the entertainment that we bring. So support the videos, support the live shows. John Dealey, your final words, my good man.
Well, I'm going to hope against all odds that Billy Joe gets his clock clean and he's totally Sparko. So let's hope. Let's hope he does his best John Fury impression. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, that was the John Dealey. Much appreciation and appreciation to everybody who took time out of their day to come over here and jump on the panel, and everybody who took time out of their day to come and view the show and contribute in the live chat. Forgot to mention, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to make sure you stay updated with news and notifications. Check out the channel community page. Follow me on Twitter and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. And I'm out. Blessed.